What up, YouTube fam? It's April G Showers back at y'all with a reaction. So, I've had quite a few people asking me to do a video on this during my live streams that I've done over the last couple weeks. First and foremost, I do want to say my prayers and condolences go out to Kiely Rodni's family and loved ones. It's a terrible thing that's happened, and I just can't imagine. So, I do want to say that first. Second, I do apologize that I have not posted anything in almost a week. I've been really, really sick and still don't feel 100% well. And while I've been sick, I have been working on putting this video together for y'all as requested. Now, I have been following the whole Kiely Rodni case and all the drama surrounding it, hence the title of the video, since the beginning. Since the very beginning. She went missing on August 6th, and I've been following it for the last almost 2 months. So, I do want to say that this is not meant to bash anybody. Well, there's a couple people in this video that I don't particularly care for, but I'm not gonna bash them. I'm just gonna tell y'all my thoughts on them. Now, I have been following Popcorn Planet. If y'all go back and watch any of the podcasts of my son and I's podcast called The G Show, where we have Johnny Depp and AH in the title, there's been several of those where I shout out Popcorn Planet, because that's when I started following Popcorn Planet, Andy, and enjoy his content very much. I do want to say I am glad he did the interview with Xanamayx. She deserved a platform to speak. Everyone deserves that. This is America. Let's just be real. In saying that, I will say I don't agree with everything Xanamayx has done. There were some contradictions in the interview, which I'm going to point out first. We're going to start kind of like with the negative type stuff first and end off on a positive type note, because that's how I want to do it. I will say with Xanamayx, she is originally from the Ukraine. She has lived in America for over 20 years, been an American citizen. We are going to get into her military background. Is it real? Is it fake? I have proof from someone who I consider a friend, who is also a fellow reactor. He did a video on it, and we're going to get into that later. There were several news broadcasts of Xanamayx rescuing her cousins from Ukraine, which is extremely, extremely brave and courageous, and I do commend her for that. I'm surprised Upchurch didn't know anything about that, but he didn't. He had no idea, because I heard him question her rescuing of her family in a live stream, is why I say that. I'm surprised he didn't know about the news broadcasts. But I mean, he knows now. That's what matters. And she went to Ukraine and she rescued her family, and they went, from there to different refugee camps, and then to Germany, and then from Germany, Xanamayx went back to America here, and then from there she flew her family to Mexico, and then they came from Mexico to America legally. It was all legally done. So that did happen. So big ups to Xanamayx for that. Now, I am going to get into the Popcorn Planet interview and some of the contradictions that I saw during the interview, which I will point out. This video is going to be a very long video. So, you know, I know there's live streams up that are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours long. So I hope, you know, people will take the time to watch it. And if not, that's cool. But I felt like it needed to be made. And again, several people did request this. I debated whether or not to put it on this channel or my second channel, April G. Reigns, REIGNS. But that channel only has like 37 or 39 subscribers. And I felt like it wouldn't get the views that it needs to get. Because I think people need to see this. It needs to be seen. Not just the negative drama crap, but the positive stuff especially. Especially the positive stuff. Okay? So, please keep that in mind while watching this. That's why I'm starting out with the drama / negative type stuff and ending it off on a positive type note. Okay? So first we're going to start, like I said, with Popcorn Planet's interview with Xanamayx. It was Popcorn Planet and Nerd Report. And they interviewed Xanamayx several days ago. And there were some contradictions in some of her responses and some of the things she said. And I'm going to point out the ones that I saw. And then we're going to keep going forward with the other people involved in all this. Alright, let's get it, y'all. I'm not gonna do the fist bump just because the main thing that people have forgotten with all this drama is this is about a 16-year-old girl who tragically lost her life. And I think that's very sad. So, let's get started.
Your story has not changed. People need to leave you alone. And I hope you do hire an attorney. I really do. I hope you go that route.
Thank you. I haven't been able to find an attorney that actually wants to take up my case.
It's very, very difficult to find anyone to take a defamation of character case unless they know they're going to win. Because your chances of winning a defamation of character case are like less than 1%. Like, you have to prove, what beyond a shadow of a doubt prove, that you lost money, you lost your job, you had some sort of psychotic break, where you were institutionalized or put in a mental hospital for a certain period of time. There's just a lot of things that go with that, and they're very, 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 very hard to win. Very hard to win. So if you win a defamation of character case, that says a lot. And Johnny Depp won, which should say a lot, but I'm not gonna get on my soapbox about JD. So let's go.
It's pretty difficult
and expensive. So I believe that.
So here's the contradictions, and I just pointed out that a caller had called in and said, you've been consistent with all your stories. No, she hasn't. She hasn't. She hasn't. But here's some contradictions that I happened to see. Number one, why she went to Truckee, California, and Prosser Lake.
I know there was a kayaking trip you did. We'll talk to that in a second. Was there anything else before the kayaking video? Was there anything else since that pile-on after Ryan called you out for defending Ronnie?
So for the first video, Yeah, well, there's a kayaking video that I actually submitted to Icknell Show, and because I went over there to volunteer.
Notice she said first she said I went over there to volunteer. Then she stops, realizes what she just said, and then starts over.
Well, Icknell Show, and because I went over there to volunteer. Okay, so let me start the story. I went over there because I needed a mental break, and that's what I do. I go kayaking with my dog, and I happen to be in the area, and I know what has been happening because I've been tracking with multiple channels that are my favorite channels. And I was like, okay, well, since I'm here, I wanted to go to this lake anyways, and let me volunteer. So I actually put in my volunteer efforts, like 300 plus people, to search for the missing girl.
That's great. If that is true, that is absolutely amazing, and I commend you for doing that.
Missing 16-year-old girl within the area. So I drove around, I took some other footage. I stopped on the side of the highway. There was a creek, and I wanted to get some footage of that creek. I don't know. Like I feel like, why do I have to explain myself?
So let me push back because I don't want to seem like I'm just complete. So like, why did you decide to go? Like, some people are going to say, did you do it for clout? Is it because the thing was there? You were going to try and find something
specifically
what is
that area?
Yeah. What can you respond? Like, can you sense some like, well, maybe that was a bad idea. Like, are you even a true crime channel? Like, what was the reason you went to that spot?
So I had plans already to go there way before she disappeared. And since I was going to be there, I wanted to get some footage so I can submit it to one of few of my favorite shows, so that way they can see it from the ground, and they can say like, oh, this is what the area looks like. Because when you look at the area from Google Earth, it looks very small, but it's a lot larger than it really is. And I was like, okay, well, let me show it to you. And because I was volunteering already, and I was like, okay, well, let me take some footage to make sure everybody keeps track of everything that I did. And I wanted to help out as much as I could in my own tiny way.
To be clear, are you saying you volunteered to look for Kiely? Is that
Yes.
what you volunteered? Okay. Is it far off the river where you were at from where she was found? Is that a big trip for you? Were you in the area maybe that time? Because it's kind of like, I could picture people saying, oh, Xanamayx lives in New York, and then she was over there in Truckee all of a sudden. I know you were planning the trip, but is that a big thing for you to travel to?
It's 3 hours away.
Okay. You said you already had the plan to go kayaking there, but before August the 6th, when Kiely disappeared, is that fair to say? Or do you just like the area, or how did you find about the area?
So Lake Tahoe area is very beautiful.
Okay.
And literally that lake is the only body of water I have not kayaked around that area.
I'm here to support you. I just don't believe this theory that these 3 YouTubers are behind her death. It just doesn't make any.
I don't believe that either, for the record. I don't believe any YouTubers were behind Kiely Rodni's passing. I don't believe that. Now, if it comes out that one or some are, that will be very shocking to me.
I just don't believe this theory that these 3 YouTubers are behind her death. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
But what can you acknowledge that maybe it was?
And just so y'all know, like I've mentioned in multiple videos on a lot of my podcasts, it's a reason I started my second channel. One of the reasons. I love true crime. I've watched true crime for like 2 decades. Like, it's literally what I watch when I'm not doing reactions or making videos or whatever. I'm constantly watching true crime. You can ask my son. Like, I'm obsessed with it. It's almost unhealthy. So I just want to make that clear. I'm not just like, oh, jumping on the bandwagon here. Like, I love true crime. Absolutely love it. I might upload this video to my second channel as well and just have it on both channels. I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah. I just wanted to let y'all know that.
Do you understand why it looks sus? The fact that you sort of made that 3-hour trek there and do this, like, I can understand why it sort of would maybe give people like a, did she need to go do that? Why is she defending Ronnie? Like, I understand why there's some questions about you, right? I mean, do you at least understand that too?
Yes, I do. I do. It gets a little tricky. It's like a game of telephone. When you pass on a message and by the time it gets to another person, it's a completely different message.
Do you regret kayaking though? Now?
I do.
You feel like you do?
I do. I feel, see, that's the thing. Thank you for asking. No one actually asked me how I truly feel about the whole situation. I do. I feel like 100% I regret going over there. And now, knowing now what we know, it's, why couldn't I have done more? That's the thing. It's like, why couldn't I have done more? Maybe there's something I could have done and then we would have found her and then actually called the police department. And it's devastating to me. That's another reason why I felt safer to be on this lake, because that lake got searched by divers.
That's a true.
Which is suspicious to me. That is suspicious that it was searched by law enforcement and they didn't find anything. But Adventures with Purpose go out there and find it within how many minutes? I mean, just saying. Just saying. That's my opinion.
Felt safer to be on this lake because that lake got searched by divers.
That's a true point. Yeah, it's a good point. Someone's asked me for you to clarify something. You had said something about you already had plans to go there before she was missing to record the area. Can you clarify what you mean to get the ground view? What did you mean by that?
Well, I had plans to go there before she was missing, so I can take a mental break, because this is my mental break, is going kayaking with my dog. Since I was going there, there was a lot of people on through the different crime channels. They were doing aerial views and Google Maps and everything. So I was like, well, might as well get the footage. Might as well just be on, get my GoPro, get my phone, and show it from the ground perspective, like any other people did that actually live in Truckee or went to Truckee. And they submitted that footage so that way channels like you guys and all the other ones can show that different footage from the ground.
But I was at you. Someone's saying they heard you, and that's why I'm just clarifying, because I don't want to do my due diligence. I want to do my due diligence here. You said before she was missing, you planned a trip to that specific spot. Is that what you meant?
Yes.
But so before she was missing, why did you choose that area? It was just convenient. It was ended up being conveniently ended up being where she was missing. Why were you choosing that spot?
Because it's a beautiful spot. It's a beautiful lake, and it's the only body of water I have not kayaked around Tahoe area.
Okay, just so I make it clear, because people are worried. Like, well, you just admitted you were going there beforehand. You were going to that spot, and that happened to be where Kiely was missing later.
It's a coincidence. Coincidences happen.
I'm a person, I don't believe in coincidences. I'm the type, I believe everything happens for a reason. Now, what that reason is in this case, I don't know. Maybe it was so Xanamayx could blow up and her page could get, or her YouTube channel could get thousands of more subscribers, because she started out with like 40 subscribers. Now she's close to 4,000, if not more. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. I don't know the reason. I just don't believe in coincidences. That's just my own personal belief.
Was missing later.
It's a coincidence. Coincidences happen.
When did you start following the case? Like, it was because Ichamel was covering it?
Yeah, well, because he started covering it, and there's a couple others start covering it that I'm actually a member of. And that's why I just started following the case as well. And just like anybody else, just like any follower that is curious about any type of cases.
When you went to the lake on your kayak.
Later in the interview. This is later in the interview.
That is curious about any type of cases.
When you went to the lake on your kayak, didn't you go there specifically to go up to the campground because of this case?
I wanted to get to show everything, basically to show the footage.
Right. So you weren't just like, weren't just kayaking. It wasn't a coincidence that you specifically went there to go to the campground and get this footage, correct?
I was in the area getting the footage. I'm actually getting really tired of explaining myself.
Faith, as a fellow who actually needs to tell the truth right now as to why she went there. Just be honest about the trip. That's my hang up with her. Xanamay, please stop mixing your words up.
It's one of my hang ups as well.
Does look like lies, but doesn't prove she did anything criminal.
That's very true. It does not prove that she did anything criminal, and I don't think she did. I don't. Number 2, the dates. One of the contradictions I found. The dates.
It's 3 hours away from here, and then I actually spent a night with my friend in Sacramento for her very first cancer patient or cancer treatments. So on the 12th, I spent there.
So, on the 12th, she says it was on the 12th, and she spent the night with her friend to get her first cancer treatments. And prayers to your friend who has cancer. My little brother had brain cancer. He passed away from it when he was 21, so I know what that's like as a loved one of someone with cancer, so prayers. But she said it was the 12th.
First cancer patient or cancer treatments. So on the 12th, I spent there, and it's about an hour and a half away from Sacramento.
My second question is,
this is later in the interview.
The party at the lake, there's a discrepancy. Now, I did see your video. There was something you showed about Hispanics having some sort of a barbecue or something like that. Can you clarify the date? Because people, Ryan Upchurch is saying that you said it was the same party, or it was a party going on the same day as the one Kiely went to.
Because I was there on the 13th.
Now it's the 13th. And she could be talking about maybe she spent the night with her friend on the 12th in Sacramento and then drove from Sacramento on the 13th to Truckee. That would make sense, but it's still a contradiction that I saw, so I don't know.
13th of August, kayaking. I feel like 100% I regret.
This was earlier in the interview. We just saw part of this a while ago.
Going over there. And now, knowing now what we know, it's why couldn't I have done more? That's the thing. It's like, why couldn't I have done more? Maybe there's something I could have done, and then we would have found her that night. And
we would have found her that night. I need clarification on what that night means. On the 12th, on the 13th, on the 6th, on the 7th. Like, what's that night?
And actually call the police department. And it's devastating to me.
Like, what was the reason you went to that spot?
Also earlier in the interview.
So I had plans already to go there way before she disappeared.
Number 3, spending the night in her car and at a friend's house. And I just gave her an explanation, or gave an explanation as to what could have happened. She could have spent the night at her friend's, then drove to Truckee, kayaked, and spent the night in her car that night. I don't know. That's a little fishy to me. I don't know.
I do. I feel like 100% I regret going over there and actually camping out in my car. It's 3 hours away from here, and then I actually
A few minutes later,
spent a night with my friend in Sacramento for her very first cancer patient or cancer treatments.
number 4, doing it for clout / to grow her YouTube channel. Did she do it for that or not?
Like, why are you on YouTube? What are your goals? Like, is YouTube a job for you?
No, I had 45 subscribers at the time, and I did not want to. I did not want to grow my YouTube channel whatsoever. I just wanted.
Who doesn't want to grow their YouTube channel? I'm just saying.
And I did not want to. I did not want to grow my YouTube channel whatsoever. I just wanted to put out some silly educational videos.
You know, look, I've had a lot of experience with YouTubers, and people sometimes do stupid things or try to, connect themselves into things maybe when they shouldn't have. Were you trying to connect to this case to get clout? I guess I just want to flat out ask you, was that a goal of yours to try to up your cred or get some attention out of this case and get involved?
No, not whatsoever.
No, not whatsoever.
It's okay to admit, yeah, all right, maybe I was trying to get a little bit more cred. But you're not even saying that's true. You were just covering it and you got stumbled in. So even that theory is unfair. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, I wouldn't say it's unfair. It's pretty fair. And everybody's trying to get a little bit recognition here and there.
So which one is it? You see what I'm saying? She said, no, not at all. Now she said, that's fair. Everybody's trying to get a little recognition here and there. And listen.
Right? And I am trying to build my business, but I wasn't trying to do it this way. And I just wanted to be part of the community. I was like, oh, maybe I wanted to get out there. Maybe I can create something. Maybe I can do TikTok or YouTube or Instagram.
Maybe I can do TikTok or YouTube or Instagram. And just a while ago, she said she didn't care about growing her YouTube channel at all. You see what I'm saying? Contradiction.
And I tried to do something else besides my work so I can help out my family. But I don't.
I mean, it's an honest answer. As someone who's hiding it wouldn't have admitted that right now. I got to be honest.
Well, she didn't admit it at first. You had to push her, Andy, for her to admit it. So thank you, Andy, for doing that.
What is your opinion of Tony and the
All right, now we're getting into Tony Dodge. Now, first, before that, there was a caller that called in and called her out for contradicting herself with sleeping in her car and spending the night with her friend, and she never answered that caller. And then Andy said, so what if she lied? She could just want clout. What's the crime? Okay, it matters if she lied, first of all. I mean, we don't need to be lying. But there is no crime. It just hurts her credibility. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It just hurts her credibility. Now, he just asked her what's her opinion of Tony. He's referring to Tony Dodge of the channel All American Dream Chaser. And we're going to get into that now.
show there that he was doing with you? Are you a supporter of him? Have you
No.
been frustrated with him? Do you have any comment on that?
I don't like Tony. I don't like the fact that he mistreated a panelist that he asked to come on 4 times.
Fair.
And
I mean,
yeah.
the thing I remember about Tony, he's the one who had what's her name on the Sammy, right? And just
Yes.
completely gushed over Sammy.
He's a creeper, bruh. That's my opinion. He's a creeper, in my opinion. He just is sus as hell to me. That's just to me.
Ask a single question or let her talk. He was like simping over Sammy. Like, I understand the frustration of Tony, but why is Tony not?
And how did he get that interview with Sammy? My thoughts, he drove there to Truckee. Even though people say he was never in Truckee, he literally said in his interview with Sammy, I followed you around your press conference or news conference or whatever. I followed you around there. Like, so obviously he was there where she was. And it's apparent in the interview he's not in his normal space where he normally is when he does his shows. He has a different microphone. It's like a microphone you can just easily plug in and use and take with you, you know. It's, if you look, it's a completely different microphone than the microphone he uses on his regular show that he does, like the Insomniac Hour and all that, you know. Completely different mic. So I believe he too was in a vehicle, maybe a motel room. Not sure, don't know that for sure. That's just my speculation. Just saying, you can come to your own conclusion, decision, and that's what this is all about. Make your own decision. Don't blindly believe just what somebody tells you. Do your own research. Watch all the videos and make your own decision, which is what I have done.
Not getting as much like attention as you. Do you wonder that? Like, is Tony
he
like
is now? But I'll take.
He is now,
he is now, right, Xanamay?
Yeah, I was like, it seemed like Ryan was being very friendly with Tony since Tony was humoring him, but I guess that the tables have turned. Go ahead.
Because I'm a woman, maybe. Because I actually stood up for what is right. I stood up for the truth.
You didn't stand up for the truth, though. You lied about what Ryan said. You said that Ryan said, Upchurch said something that he didn't say. So I don't know what she's talking about. She stood up for the truth. I don't get that.
And Tony's got some sketchy people on his late night show.
That's true. Very true.
Honestly, I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you, you know?
We had Mar watch videos. She is a fan of Tony. Yuck. Well, I guess you're admitting you were, but are there recent videos, Mar, that says, yeah, Mar, what's the recent example of that? Breezy says, is that why Tony was in Truckee at the same time?
Tony was never in Truckee.
How does she know that? She speaks that so factually, like she knows he wasn't there. How does she know? He's a truck driver. Like, how does she know that?
I'm not defending Tony whatsoever.
Yeah, you are.
He threw me under the bus. And, well, actually, he probably created this bus and run me over. But I don't know, honestly, I don't know what to say. I don't want to defend him. I will never will.
You just did, like I say on the screen, you just did defend him. Tony was never in Truckee. How do you know that?
Because I was a panelist. He invited me to be on the show.
Yeah. Well, to add some...
Wait, sorry, he invited you or you called in? I thought you said you called in.
The first
this was
time,
a later one.
The first time
Thank you.
I called in, but after that, he invited me.
Got it. And so once you called in, he liked you. He's like, all right, cool. I'm going to bring you back. Exactly. At that point, I feel like I wouldn't want to bring a panelist on a repeat panelist on and then completely just disrespect and throw on the bus. I do it to Lewis sometimes, but go ahead, Lewis.
Well, what I got out of it, watching a little more than you, I think, Andy, is like, she was a fan. Xanamay, I'm sorry I'm speaking for you, but what I got out of it is, and then you went on, you asked him to be on, and then a few times later, he's like, a girl, I gotta get, and then he begged you to go on and stuff, and then after Ryan came in, he goes, views, let me throw in Xanamay.
I agree with that.
Under the bus. So that's what I think happened from looking here.
Tony is Tony Dodge of All American Dream Chaser. I told y'all that. This is the real reason Upchurch first got upset with Xanamay. This is what really just made things spiral completely out of control with Xanamay and Upchurch. This right here.
Ryan,
why did you just lie and say that I said you killed your dog? That's a lie.
All right.
No, that's
well, you're already lying. Why are you already lying?
Please do explain.
I'll let you handle this, Xana.
I said you killed your dog. Why are you lying?
Your community has been attacking me.
All right,
and your community is deriving your...
lying?
I'm
Why
not
are you lying?
I am
Why
not
are you lying saying I killed your dog? Or you killed your dog?
Okay.
Why?
Go ahead and answer it, Xanamay. You're saying you said... Go ahead. Go ahead and answer it,
I said
Xanamay.
your community...
Nope. That ain't what you said. Nope. You're lying.
mentioned that Ryan said that Xanamayx killed and buried her dog at the campground.
Why are you lying? There's no video of that being said. You are putting false information on Tony Dodge's page. You have no content. Why are you here lying for the other people?
I'm being extremely respectful to you right now. Why are you yelling at me?
It's not about respect. It's about finding a little girl, dude.
Ryan, just take a deep breath, okay? No, just relax, man. Relax.
Everything's fine.
Listen, Ryan. I know you're a good guy. I know you are. I know you're passionate. No, relax, Ryan. I get it, man. I get it. You're worked up. You're passionate. Just take a deep breath. You're okay, man. It's okay.
I know. I
love you. I respect you.
Why can't one person answer one question?
All right, let's let her answer this. Okay, Xanamay, what's going on? Did he say this or not? Just let's get to it. All right.
There are quite a few comments. I did not actually hear him say this.
Okay, so
but there are a lot of comments.
Wrong. Okay, Xanamay, you're wrong. No, okay. Ryan's pissed. Xanamay, you just have to admit that he didn't say that. You said he said it. He didn't say it. You got to admit that you're wrong, Xanamay.
His community.
I mean, Tony isn't wrong here. She did lie. She did say Ryan said that when he did not say that. Just because his community is attacking her and saying that don't mean he said it. Do your own research, watch the video, and you'll see he didn't say that. He might have implied it, but he didn't outright say that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Tony's wrong here for calling her out. I don't.
Community said, Ryan said, I will find the comments.
Okay.
Said, Ryan said that Xanamayx buried her dog at the campground.
Okay. We're gonna get this ironed out. Okay, Ryan, relax, my friend.
Sit here and lie on me.
Okay, we're gonna get this straightened out. Xanamay.
I'd be mad too if somebody went publicly and lied on me.
If you're wrong, just admit it. Please admit that you're wrong.
I am not wrong.
Then show the video.
The narrative your community is driving that Ryan has said that Xanamayx has killed her dog and buried it in a campground.
You're a liar.
Okay.
Where's the video?
You can't come on here and say something that's not true, Xanamay. You can't do that. Ryan,
she has no content. It's common sense, dude.
No.
The only video she has is talking about fucking Ukraine and being in Truckee. Are you fucking serious?
Right. Xanamay, I know you're from the Ukraine. I know you're smart. You can't come on here and say that he said it unless you actually have proof. What you're saying is somebody else said that he said it. That's called hearsay. You can't say that he said it. He didn't say that. He's saying he didn't say it. You have no proof of that, Xanamay. And I'm not trying to beat you up. Yeah, no, Ryan, I got total respect for you, bro. I really do. We got to get this straight. Now, you can't come up here and say
we have to know, we have to pinpoint facts, dude. You can't be dragging shit out.
Exactly. I mean, if he said it, I think he would admit to it. I think, right, Ryan, if you did say it, you would admit to it. If you did say it.
Ryan, you have said you know where Kiely is.
Why you? No, I didn't. I said I know who has her. Why are you lying again?
Honestly, you can't say that if it's hearsay, it's hearsay. It's a rumor. Somebody said that he said it, but he's telling you right here in front of the world, Xanamay.
What do I have to gain or lose?
He's got millions of followers, Xanamay. There's millions of people that are going to watch this. Millions. And you're saying that he's saying.
I know that. I know that. I will find
wrong. Just admit that you're wrong.
Admit you're wrong.
You just admit you're wrong. Exactly.
See,
Xanamay.
Look, that's not somebody who wants to find a little girl, bro.
Then why are you bringing all of this up?
Because, bitch, you were in Truckee. You're on here lying right now, saying I said stuff I didn't say. That's what criminals do.
But don't be calling her the B word. Come on, please.
Somebody on Popcorn Planet interview said that Tony didn't defend her when Ryan called her a bitch, when he just did. He said, don't be calling her the B word. He literally did.
Say, that's what criminals do.
But don't be calling her the B word. Come on, please. I just asking you, man.
I don't give a fuck. She's sitting there saying I'm lying.
I mean,
I'm sorry. I have to backtrack a little bit. No, you said Akadmel knows where Kiely is.
I think he does. I think you do
say
too.
that. I do not.
Then why are you spreading misinformation?
I do not know where the Kiely is.
Then where did you come from, bro? Where'd you come from, bro? Why are you on this podcast when you ain't got no fucking followers and nothing to do with it? And you ain't looking for her?
Why are you calling me bro?
That was the dumbest fucking thing you could ever have said. What the fuck does that mean? Are you on drugs?
No, I am not on drugs.
Okay, then why the fuck did you just say that? Ryan said, I buried my dog. Look, people, a dog. I didn't say that. That's misinformation.
He's got you on that. You just got to admit you're wrong.
I have it in my files.
I don't care.
Show it to you.
I don't care. You're still a liar, dude.
I am not.
Okay, then why are you lying?
Ryan, thank you for your opinion.
You don't have to say thank you. I don't fucking like you. You're lying.
I mean, if you got proof, like if you can show a video of him saying that, then you've got something. But you can't just say that somebody else said that, so it's a fact. This is a complete mess. We got a shit show here,
mess, and that's why she's freaking out, bro. It's not a mess. It's very simple to figure out. Why do you think everybody's telling me I'm on drugs?
I'll say you're normal. I'll say that.
Hold on.
You don't get worked up. That's how you
want proof? Well, hold on.
Why are you so scared? You want proof? Hold on. Why are you so defensive, bro?
What do you have?
I'm pressing your ass. All you know, Ikmel.
We're gonna see what she's got.
Ronnie's seen somebody at the fucking party. You seen the party. The little girl went missing around the fucking party. Are you all stupid as fuck or something? Do y'all not understand?
I am going to share my screen.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll see what she got. I mean, she's got something. Let's bring it up here. Let's take a look at it. All right.
You ready?
Here we go.
For what? Oh my God. What the fuck? Okay, go. Prove me right. Go. There's no audio.
All right, hold on a second.
I'm going to go ahead and pull it up because she's going to try to move it to a spot that makes it not make sense. She's not going to play the whole part.
Play from the beginning.
She won't play it from the beginning because it makes her look bad.
I'm trying to get the sound over here.
Yeah, you're trying to fucking make it look like something it's not. We know. Please.
Hold on just 1 second.
No Capri Suns or apple juice, just water today. All right, we'll get this figured out. All right.
I think I got this one.
Yeah, we could be sitting here talking about the little girl, but we're not. We're trying to. Yeah. She's trying to solidify that she knows what she's talking about for some fucking reason.
I think I got the sound.
All right, let's do it.
A buried dog.
Wrong. See, I told you. Move it backwards, lady.
Hold on a second. Let me pull it back up a little bit.
In her video in Truckee.
Nope, you got to go back. You're taking the part out where I said that you didn't kill your dog.
The cops called.
Play from the beginning. Play from the
beginning.
In Truckee, there was a dog with her.
She's not. She won't play the seconds before, bro, because it proves me right.
Come out and say they revealed that they were investigating.
Tony, are you going to make her fucking move it back or not?
Well, I'm telling her to do it. I just told her to do it. I mean, do it. I don't have the control over it. She's got it. I mean, I don't think you can grab it. Man,
Move it to where?
play it from the beginning.
Won't.
Xanamayx play.
I'm not going to play it from the beginning.
Told you she's fucking guilty. Boom, motherfuckers.
Why wouldn't she play it from the beginning? I don't understand that. Like, if you're not guilty or whatever, like, I don't know. Only she can answer that. I don't know.
All right. Yeah, Ryan's right then.
Thank you, Tony.
Well, how come you won't play it from the beginning?
Because this is actually the part.
No, it ain't.
Play it from the beginning. No, just play it from the beginning. I don't know why you wouldn't play from the beginning. He's asking you to play from the beginning. I mean, why not?
Don't you know, Tony? I'm on drugs. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I agree with you, Ryan. You're right about what you're saying about if she wouldn't play from the beginning. I just don't understand why.
I'm going to play it from the beginning, okay? Tony.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
She's not playing it.
So you're about to listen 10 minutes of this.
See, look. 10 minutes of your life to save a little girl? Yeah, we are. Why won't you?
That's 3 times Upchurch has brought up we could be talking about Kiely. We should be talking about the little girl. 10 minutes of our life to save a little girl. And nobody else has brought that up. Just saying, for people who say he didn't care about Kiely, yes he did. And yes he does.
10 minutes of your life to save a little girl? Yeah, we are. Why won't you?
And a few of them, I'm staying on their ass for a reason. I'm seeing these true crime investigator people who are like, we're looking for Kiely. And they get on their fucking YouTube channel and don't talk about her at all or try to find out anything at all.
Exactly.
Abused, man. They're doing it for money. They don't give a fuck about no missing kid. He's definitely smoking crack. You don't know anything.
Are we going to pull this up so that she doesn't know? We don't know she's skipping through the video.
What are we doing here?
Okay, I don't have the greatest sound transition over here, so I'm sorry. I'm not.
I just noticed the part that's running at the bottom of his screen. It says 8/20/2022. It's Saturday night. Xanamayx.
I don't have all the links.
Strikes back.
Why don't you pull it up?
Yeah, well, I got it.
Yeah, you can.
Is Xanamayx married to Red Flag Ronnie? She's never been married.
Pull it up.
I'll share the link for you right here.
Maybe she's a RUSSIAN spy. What? And is Hazmat dead? That's her dog. No, her dog's not. Yeah, that ain't right. He shouldn't have put that on the bottom of his screen. That ain't cool.
Here.
All right, yeah. If you got it, Ryan, share it with me. Yeah. But Xanamayx, if he's right, you gotta just do the right thing, Xanamayx. I mean, come on. We're gonna find out what's going on here.
Tony, before you play this, and I'm sorry for yelling, bro. I know something, I know something. And I know you have to know it. And I'm sorry. I just want to say everybody on here is sorry to Tony. Because Tony's not done anything wrong at all whatsoever.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
He's only tried to help the situation.
Right.
But there's the link, Tony.
Right. Okay.
And before you play, I want to tell you this. She just said to all your followers, which is misleading to finding a little girl. She said, Ryan Upchurch said, I killed my dog. In the video, I literally say, I don't know if this is any of significance, but she does have a dog. That is the opposite of what I said.
Further.
Play the video.
Okay. Let's play the video. Let's get the video. Right. Let's get the. I understand Ryan for being upset. You're accusing him of saying something that you got no proof that he said it, Xanamayx. I mean, you came on here and said that he said this, and then he's saying he didn't say it, and you're saying he did say it. I mean, I'm on your side if what you're saying is true. I got no problems with calling Ryan Upchurch out on it, but he's saying he didn't say it. You can't accuse somebody of saying something they didn't say. I mean, if you got proof he said it, that's one thing.
Look at her reading all the screens, all the different screens. She got to keep up with everything. She's messaging 2 people right now. That's how she got in contact with Ronnie the other day. Same way.
Okay, let's see what's going on.
Ronnie.
All right, let's find out what's going on here. All right.
You ain't
We're gonna play from the beginning. This is Ryan Upchurch's video.
Mom, going to bed, crying, wondering where her daughter
Hey,
is.
Tony?
It seems some
Yeah.
people think this is
Can
a
you
big
pause that for a
fucking
second?
joke. I'm seeing these.
I just
true
wanted to
crime
say thank you for having me on the show.
who are
I
like,
cannot
they're
take
looking for
any
Kylie.
more of
dipping
this
out. She's
verbal.
scared.
Get on the
I
fucking
cannot
YouTube
take
channel
any more of this
and
verbal
don't
abuse.
talk about
You're-
her at all.
Have a
Her
great
at all.
Crying is bullshit,
Anything
lady.
at
Shut
all.
up.
They're doing it for views, man.
Well,
They're doing
is she? I mean, why she leave? That's kind of telling something.
Why does the Ronnie guy keep calling in the show to the Ickmel guy and not the cousins? At this point, I was like, okay, well, Ickmel and the Ronnie guy have to know each other. Why are they acting like they don't know each other? So then when I press, who is Ronnie? The Ickmel dude starts freaking out. So at that moment, I said, well, I don't think Ronnie's real. So then Ickmel has to prove he's real. This morning, when he's supposed to go live with Ronnie, what does he do? He does not go live with Ronnie. He released an edited video of him and quote unquote Ronnie with edited backgrounds and blurred out Minecraft blocks and
own meaning behind what I'm saying. And
he's telling them, well, hey, block your reflection on your shades. Like, why? Once again, how does this lead to Kylie? You're getting away from everything. No, I'm not. Do you realize that the guy on Ickmel's channel is saying that his cousins followed this Kylie girl around and seen everything she was doing, being belligerently drunk and all this other crazy shit? But he wasn't there. His cousins were. Where are his cousins that seen all this? We haven't heard from them or anything whatsoever. That's a very, very key factor. Not only that, remember the lady from yesterday on the podcast that we were on talking about the situation? Why is another person that is friends with Ickmel taking up for the random Ronnie guy? There is a 16-year-old underage girl missing.
That we really do need to drop this Ronnie case because this is just
Why?
one guy. Why? Well,
That
first
takes
of
away
all,
from saving the girl.
Dude, they're both saying leave the Ronnie guy alone. What about the 16-year-old girl?
he may have or may have not done anything. We don't
Right.
know at this point.
We'll stress
But
that everybody's innocent
he has
until
he has
proven guilty.
family,
Well, then
and
we
he's
can't talk
an
about
army
anybody else
veteran.
then we can't talk about anybody else then.
Do you realize this lady that's friends with Ickmel that has the bump on her lip? Do you realize that she was in Truckee, California? It's on her YouTube. She just posted it the other day. Do you also realize that this lady that is friends with Ickmel said on the podcast yesterday she has videos of this party that was right beside the party Kylie was at?
I know for a fact that there was at least one party out there because well, okay, so I have a video. I do have a video of this beautiful Hispanic party that was like right next to the site.
Hello.
I will say she says she got that from Snapchat, and there's a feature on Snapchat where you can actually pin it to Google Maps and it stays there for as long as you want it to stay there until you remove it, and anybody can click on it. It's like a little blue spot. You can click on it and watch the video. And she says that's where she got it. She clicked on the blue spot, screen recorded it. So
She has a video of the party right next to the site. You just heard it out of Ickmel's friend's lips.
but I understand why Ryan thought what he thought.
Where did Kylie's phone last ping? Next to the site. Now this next part could be nothing. But did you notice at her video in Truckee that there was a dog with her? What did the cops come out and say they revealed that they were investigating? A buried dog. Now, what does that tell you about the timeline?
Bump Lip Lady and Ickmail are pushing everyone away from this Ronnie guy. The Ronnie guy talks like he was there and seen all this stuff go on and seen this little girl be belligerently drunk and all this stuff. But no, it was Ronnie's cousins that no one has seen, no one has heard from. They, at this point, don't exist. All this confusion about the Ronnie thing, look what it made you do. It made you have to go live with this guy this morning. That's what I wanted it to do. I knew you weren't going to go live. You edited a video, and it sucks because you're scared. You guys got on the phone. I wanted to see what the atmosphere would be like. And the atmosphere between y'all two is not like you want to find this little girl. It's like you want to prove the Ronnie guy's real. Well, guess what, buddy? We already knew he was real. I just wanted to prove that you were very cool with him. All that laughing and cutting up and, I see y'all, Ronnie's real. There's still a 16-year-old girl missing, dude. And for everybody out there that is getting on YouTube right now that's a true crime person that is acting like a fucking buffoon, saying that my conspiracy theory is way out there, what I told you just now is the most logical explanation of what could have possibly happened. I'm going to stay on your ass like a fucking drill sergeant. Because when people are always yelling and looking at you, that's when people break down. You have something to break down about. If you don't, call the cops on me. You already said I was harassing you and stuff. Call the cops on me then. Do it. You can't call the cops. And you know you can't call the cops.
All right. That's the whole video. It's okay. I mean, it's hard when she jumps out like that. I mean, I understand she's upset. You didn't say that she killed her dog. You never said that. And she just didn't want to admit it. But I mean, it's a mess. It's a mess, Ryan.
It looks like a zebra and walks like a zebra.
Well,
it's a zebra.
Okay. Yeah, you did not say it. And I have to apologize on her behalf because you did not say it. Now, I don't know if it was maybe insinuated a little bit, but
it wasn't. It was a question. I made sure I said it as a question.
Okay. I know you're a smart guy. I know you are. But
no,
you're
I'm on
right.
drugs,
I have to admit I have to admit that you're right. We got the man. Go ahead, Ryan.
All right, this is a separate live stream of Tony Dodge's. Now, just before Upchurch came on the live, they were all making fun of him and talking shit about him. He comes on, and they're two-faced. And then this happens.
Ryan, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the stage.
Hey, who you?
He says, hey, who are you? What the screen says, GANG, BANGING in your DMs.
It's your mother. Uh-oh.
That could have been meant as a joke, whatever, but that's not cool. Don't disrespect Upchurch's mom like that. That pissed me off. Very much so. And if you know the true definition of what GANG, BANG is, the real definition, not the urban dictionary, but the real true dictionary, we'll get to that in a minute with another person who don't know the true definition.
You gonna answer the question?
I'm talking. Hey, I'm answering the question. Are you gonna ask a question?
Yeah. Who are you?
He said, are you gonna ask a question? Ryan said, yeah. He said, who are you? GANG, BANGING on your DMs, buddy.
Ryan, who's that? Who are you talking to?
It's your mom, dude. It's your mom.
You're not getting to me. I'm 31 years old. Who are you?
He said, who are you? Again.
It's your mom, dude.
He's not answering the question.
I'm asking you the question.
Now his heart rate's going up. He's starting to say stupid shit, right?
Hey, you're starting to say stupid shit.
I'm starting to screenshot You talking about?
I'm starting to screenshot you talking about GANGBANGING somebody
With another guy.
Ryan.
with another guy. Just so y'all know, the screenshot, the DM, what it says, it's actually a reply. Somebody had said something before that. And either Tony or somebody else replied to it, and it said, yeah, comma, we can GANGBANG her, ... That ain't spam, bruh. That's not a spam message. And whoever sent it just deleted their Instagram account. I know a spam message. That's not a spam message.
Who is this?
Ryan.
Oh no, Tony Dodge.
Oh no. Let's do
Man.
it. Let's
you
do
know,
it.
that was 6 weeks. That was right before this Kiely Rodni case, but
Wow, you're a genius. Ryan, you're a genius.
I know.
Should we just call you Ryan Jones or?
You gonna answer the question?
No, I'm asking you. Are you Ryan Jones?
You gonna answer the question or
I'm
not?
asking you a question. Are you Ryan Jones? Are you real?
Freaking out.
Are you real? No, Ryan, are you real? Ryan, are you real? I don't think you're real. Hey, Ryan, is your CD real? Is your records real?
He's deflecting. If you were innocent, I would get my phone out, tap on the message, and show it to all of my viewers, to everybody watching, so they would know without a doubt that I was innocent. And I will read y'all the true definition of GANGBANG here in a minute with another person who don't know the true definition, who goes by the Urban Dictionary rather than the real dictionary.
I'm asking you, Ryan, are you real? Are you Ronnie? Ryan, are you Ronnie?
So stupid.
Even the people on your panel are going, what the fuck?
Everybody thinks you're crazy, man. Everybody thinks you're crazy.
That's cool. I don't care.
No, I got tons of emails from your fans that think you're nuts, man.
Why do I care? Look.
Well, why do you care? You just said it on my show. Why do you care?
Tony's DMs right here.
Why do you care?
Instagram
Ryan?
user.
Ryan, why do you care?
We
You just
can
said you don't care.
gangbanger.
Yeah. Okay.
Answer me this, you guys.
So
Who
Ryan,
the fuck's gonna have
Ryan,
a
do you
fucking group
care?
sex with Tony?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ryan. Having group sex with Tony's ugly ass.
Ryan, are you going to answer the question, or are you going to play games?
How are you in? How did you get someone else's DMs? I'm just curious.
No.
Why? Because.
No.
Right
How?
Here? Do you see right here where it says American Dream Chaser?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Do you see Tony's panel? This is
Okay.
Tony pulling up his fucking DMs.
I'll be darned. So what's going on then, Ryan?
He was too goddamn stupid.
All right.
See that he left it in there.
So what's going on, Ryan? Explain. Ryan Jones. Ryan Jones.
So you're saying it's a screenshot, right?
No.
Duh.
So what's going on? I'm confused, Ryan. All right. So he's holding the phone up, and that's all we got. So what's going on, Ryan?
No,
I don't think his phone is real. I think the phone is fake. I think he's holding a fake phone. Is that phone fake? Is that a fake phone, Ryan?
I'm actually confused.
Ryan Jones, a fake phone? Go ahead, Ryan Jones. I'm listening. Are you real? Ryan, are you real? Where are you, Ronnie? Ryan, are you Ronnie?
I'm sitting here waiting for you to answer a question.
Ryan, I think you're Ronnie. Are you Ronnie?
C Fouls, you're smart, bruh.
Yeah, C Fouls is he
Think about
Ronnie?
hold on. I'm confused as shit. I don't know where all of a sudden these DMs popped up from.
Yeah.
I don't know how, like,
they're on his video right now. You can go look.
No, I understand that. I've seen them.
Yeah.
But when did this come up? Like, for you, when did this whole thing come up?
Like 2 seconds ago, boo.
They down.
So
it's in his video. I went to the video and screenshotted his own video.
Wow.
It's not
amazing.
Was this video taken yesterday or what?
It's there right now. Like right now.
Wow. Go check it out, man. Yeah, go check out the video. Check it out. Appreciate it.
Which video? This one or? I actually don't know. Like, I'm not being an ass right now. I actually don't know.
No, C-Foul, you're cool, bro. I screen recorded it. I screen recorded it. I will put it on my YouTube so you can see
I appreciate
Tony
it.
talking about somebody with someone else.
Yeah, I'm sure I was.
6 weeks ago.
I'm sure, yeah, I'm
It's
sure I
on
was.
your page, you dumb fuck. It's literally on your page.
Tony, hold on a second. So, all right, so you're gonna put that on your YouTube then, and we can all go.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I was just on here having fun. We kind of fuck around on this show a little bit, but mad respect to you, Ryan. You know, cool, good for coming on here and stuff.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
I guess I don't have all the information, so I don't know what else to say, man.
Yeah, you better check it out, C-Files. Get on there and check it out, man. Appreciate it. Go take a look at it and figure it out. So
yeah, I'll go look at it too, because Tony's got no problem with you, Upchurch, so it's all funny.
After they just was talking mad shit about him, he just said, Tony's got no problem with you, Upchurch.
Gangs, man.
Hey, fuck Tony. He's talking about a fucking girl with somebody else.
That doesn't
6
fucking
weeks
know
ago.
anything. No, you're a fucking moron, man. You're a fuck.
Now, at this point, Tony mutes Upchurch where we can't hear what he's saying. Watch, you can see Upchurch's mouth move, but we can't hear him because Tony mutes him.
Fucking idiot. You really are, dude.
Hey, bitch, you want to get
fuck you, Ryan? You're a fucking dumbass idiot that fucking has a bunch of sheeps that follow you.
See?
You're a fucking idiot, man. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, dude.
See?
Come on here, running your mouth, talking a bunch of stupid shit. I mean, what do you want me to say?
See?
Yeah, you know, you're an idiot, man. It's all right. Yeah, all right.
Then he kicked him off.
All right. So go check him out. Go check him out. He's a fucking idiot, but
yeah, I'm actually I'm legitimately confused. Like, where Tony, I'm actually being serious right now. I'm not saying you would have done anything, but where the hell would he have gotten those DMs?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, C-Files people make fake fucking shit all the time. They make fake profiles and act like they're somebody else.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. I'm not going to talk about it because what do you guys think? Do you guys think
Why not? If you're innocent, why not talk about it?
this was actually real? If you guys think this is real, then so be it. If you guys want to drink the Kool-Aid, go ahead.
I'm not saying anything's. God damn it. Someone's spamming my call. Can I jump off and be right back?
Yeah, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Do what you got to do. All right. So let them drink the Kool-Aid. Let them drink the Kool-Aid. Let them drink the Kool-Aid. They want to go listen to Ryan Jones? Let them. What can I say? What can I say? He's got a large following of sheep that will follow him to the end of the earth, and let them do so. You know, what am I supposed to say about it? You know, he's crazy. People want to follow him and listen to him. He's full of shit. The guy's full of shit. Everything's just conspiracy. You know, people want to listen to that and they want to believe him. So be it.
It's a bunch of all bullshit, man.
It is, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Exactly. The guy's a fucking nut job. He's a fucking nut job. That's all I can say. People listen to him And what else can I say? You know, people want to listen to him and follow him and believe.
I will say the one thing Upchurch said I did not particularly agree with or like was when he said Kiely wasn't real. That really upset me. But we'll get into that in a minute.
You know, Kylie's not real. This isn't real. That's not real. But the only thing that's real is an Instagram that says something about on what? On who? What exactly was it about? Does he even know what he's talking about? Well,
people know how to hack fucking shit and make fucking fake fucking profiles.
Exactly.
I mean,
obviously Upchurch didn't do that because he screenshot it off of Tony's video, bruh.
Think about it.
Well, like I said, there's people that will follow him to the end of the earth, and they'll listen to his stupid shit, and you know they believe everything's fake, and this is fake. Everything's a conspiracy. The guy's a fucking nut job. He's probably just doing this to market his CD or whatever. Trying to market his new record. You know, because he's an independent artist, and this is a great way to market. He's a marketing genius when it comes to that, but. The guy's crazy, but okay. But like I said, you got a bunch of crazy people that will follow this guy, the sheep squad, the sheepskins that, the guy's so full of shit, he can't see straight, but people follow him. Oh, this is fake. That's fake. Everything's fake. Let me go make a video about this stupid shit. And
he gets himself into shit when he goes on here and talks all this shit, man. And then he just needs to stick to music.
Yeah.
Because every time you speak your opinion, everybody's going to jump on you. Right. And talk shit, and just it all starts out, and it's all a bunch of drama.
Someone else.
So I do want to say, well, I'll say in a minute.
Said, are we going to forget that someone was talking about gangbanging someone then? And I'm sorry, I know what that's alluding to. That's a Tony chat that has nothing to do with Xanamayx. So I don't know why people keep mentioning that in the chat.
Well, furthermore, that Ryan pulled that, I saw that screenshot in one of his videos. It's clear Tony didn't respond to it. He's looking at like his Facebook.
It was a response. I don't know if it was from Tony or if Tony asked a question and the person responded, but it was a reply. It said, yeah, comma, we can GANG, BANG, her, ... It was not spam.
Book messages, and it's clearly a spam account that's been inactivated.
No, it's
and
not.
He didn't respond. It was someone who sent to him, and you could tell because it was from 30 weeks.
It was not from 30 weeks ago. It was from 6 weeks ago. Just saying.
Ago or something, and the next one was 40 weeks ago. That whole screenshot. There was another one that looked very spammy. It was very clear that he was just checking I have that too. You check an account that doesn't look right, and it did not. That looked like total spam that comes in. We've all gotten that spam, and that does not prove anything to me. It was another example of just
I've never gotten a GANG, BANG spam. Just saying.
It doesn't look good. You should have cleaned it up or deleted it, but sometimes you don't even check the spam. You got so much crap in there. But I thank you for bringing that up because I thought that was really annoying as a gotcha moment.
Yeah. I mean, I still think Tony is sus. Don't get me wrong. But
I don't like Tony. I don't like him.
Me neither.
But that one was like, well, that's a stretch.
He took down the video where he said he was into PEDO, PHILIA. And then as he was saying that word, he went, NECRO, PHILIA. Either way, it's terrible. And then somebody on some live stream said that it was a Freudian slip. It's not called a Freudian slip. It's called a Freudian slip in reference to Sigmund Freud, the famous psychologist. And that's a hell of a Freudian slip. And actually, what a Freudian slip is someone who speaks something out that they're thinking in their mind. They're thinking and in their mind, and they accidentally speaking it out. That's the definition of a Freudian slip. Look it up. FREUDIAN space SLIP. Look it up. Google it. The real definition, not the urban. Look it up. And he deleted that part of that video or that video. And if he didn't delete it, I couldn't find it. So, yeah, he deleted that. Why delete it? Why delete it if you didn't mean it? And if you didn't delete it, my bad.
Well, I think I understand why people are really aggressive with Xanamay. It's just because, and it's just a tip that Xanamay, you talk about stuff as if they're facts. That's the problem. When you defended Ronnie, it was defending him as if you know he's not guilty. When you say Tony wasn't in Truckee, as if you know he was in Truckee. That's the problem. You're just defending your way of speaking.
I completely agree with this guy.
Speaking about stuff is as if you know they're not true. That's why I think Ryan was triggered, and that's why I think people are not liking you. So it's just, I just want to give a tip that when you talk about stuff, don't do it that way. Try to be more neutral. I'm trying to be more neutral. I didn't like you actually until Andy brought you here on this show right now. And I'm trying to be as neutral as possible because I think that's the main problem that we're having. The way you're
I agree.
Speaking about stuff as if they were facts when you don't know anything about them.
Yep.
So I just want to make it clear out there that maybe that's why everybody's triggered about this thing.
Yep.
I'm only helping this because Ryan's got 2 million followers and keeps coming after you, Xanamay. And it's fair you have one video where he doesn't get to come after you. It's like he's trying to make his own while we're here.
I agree.
It's kind of crazy. Okay, Ryan.
I've been watching her and him all over YouTube, and it seems like I'm just going to be honest and how I've always been real with everybody. She's not solid with her answers. I'm sorry. And the story has changed multiple times. And it just, if you really watch and hear him out in his lives, he does explain that he didn't mean that whole, she's not alive, she's not a real person. It's the name that was the situation.
That was a spin. I watched, there was a different video he had because I clipped it and put it on Twitter. There was a different video and then that video changed. Do you remember that one, Linda?
It didn't change. He took it down. He took that video down. I think he was made to take it down, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong.
To go find it on Twitter?
But I think he would have taken it down regardless of whether he was made to or not, because he no longer believes that.
Because there was a video he said she doesn't exist. It's all fake. She's not real. It's all.
Yeah, he did make that video.
All GoFundMe scam. Do you remember that quote?
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that he did have a live later on. I don't know if it was the same day or not, where they were doing a little more digging, more investigating, discussing with not just his Creek Squad, but other people that were viewing and watching. And they had dug deep into some things. And he did explain where he was like, look, I didn't know all the stuff, but the name, there was something with the name Kiely with Callie. And that's what he was trying to go by. He believes there was a real girl.
I'm confused. Just to answer the question, you're saying he did apologize and adjust the story for saying she was fake? I don't understand.
He did explain his theory of it in a live. And in the live, he kind of explained where it's getting taken out of context, I guess is the way to put it.
Let's watch it in context since you brought it up. So, Linda,
the reason I didn't play the whole video that Andy played is because the video has been taken down and I don't want to get in trouble. So that's why I didn't play it. But I saw the video, and Upchurch admits that he made the video. He said it. He admits it, So Upchurch is a pretty honest guy. So
I don't know what context am I missing?
So
and that video is not on his. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he ended up removing that video from YouTube. There's a different one up. If I'm correct, maybe I'm incorrect there. But is that video still on, Ryan, in its entirety, or did he edit that?
That I don't know. He's got so many up, but I will say I did watch the live where he was explaining, which was later after this video. So I can't speak for him, but
Look, and I don't want to speak about him either because this isn't supposed to be about him. It's more about the accusations against Xana. And but you're bringing up that question. That's my beef with Ryan. That clip specifically is very troubling for me. It's very irresponsible and it's disgusting to say something like that to Kiely's family. I can't get over it. Sorry. Now, I haven't heard him correct or apologize. And if someone has that link to me, I'll happily hear it out. And then maybe that'll help me. But all I've seen is a lot of distraction and stuff since, or justifications, which is what everyone's complaining Xanamay is doing. So I'm like, what? I don't get it.
Did you see where she pointed?
Why did she feel the need to go to this spot?
Bro, but
want to answer the question? Is that why did you feel the need to go to that spot?
Because I was parked right across from it, and I figured, let me go over here. There was a trail that's going up. There's no particular reason.
Why did you park?
I don't think that's true. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion.
Park there. Is that where Kiely was found?
No, I parked
they thought
on the
she was found,
opposite
rather.
side.
But that was where they thought she was found.
Yeah, but she was not found there.
Okay.
Right.
Whoever drove Kylie's car in the water. Look, there she is.
Yeah.
Walking this way where the car was drove in the water. Now watch her finger.
What's this prove?
She points directly at it.
No way.
Because that's where she's
going.
going.
You're
Look
walking.
At the blue light. Look at the blue light. That's the way
She's pointing to the whole green mass.
That's why in the video you got pulled up, she deleted this.
I mean, Linda, I'm confused.
Wasn't there.
So this wasn't there. Okay. So that's the debate, that this wasn't there?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to explain because in order to hear both sides and really understand why he's going with the theory he's going, which has changed. It's evolved in different ways.
517.
You got to watch his lives where they do this live to explain.
I'm not watching 4 hours of him change things because this is it, right? This is the video?
This is the video.
Okay. Where you point and they're saying you edited out the pointing?
Okay, so she did continue. She did do that. That's still in her video.
There's
the ping, the red ping over there. Let me use my cursor. See this red dot? That's where she parked. This is where she's at. And she points this way because that's the way she's headed. And that's where the car was driven into the water. So far, I'm not seeing what Ryan's saying. I'm just saying.
There's a few parts he claims that she had taken out.
Okay, she points, I'm here.
Like there was.
And she pointed up like she did in the other video, so I'm not sure. But I think he was playing her original video. But Andy is playing the video on her channel right now during this interview. So it doesn't look, to me, it doesn't look like anything was edited, in my opinion. I'm not seeing it either. So I need to go watch that live stream to see exactly what Upchurch is talking about.
There was a scene with the date that was showing on the phone is no longer in the video. That was showing through right on the phone, and it didn't match of when she said she was going there. I'm repeating what I've seen from all of the shows.
Okay. I mean, so far I'm seeing what we saw. If anybody else wants to clarify it.
It's so funny.
I'm watching Ryan's feedback and I'm doing with open ears, guys. I'm not trying to be biased towards anybody, honestly, because if something's going to be weird to me, I'm going to be like, well, what's going on? I don't even understand what's so shocking. She was pointing at the map. He did a huge jump to judgment, which is from everything I see. Lewis, are you unfollowing this?
No, I can't. I don't see any cuts, man. I really don't. With all due respect to whoever sees it, but I don't see a cut. All I know is that to me it just looks like Xanamay went on a hike and she's screwed for doing it. That's what it looks like. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, look, but I'll say it. I mean, yeah, the reality is like, yeah, I mean, you did some dumb things, Anime. I'll say it to your face. Like,
well,
it
was it
looks
really
stupid.
dumb to go on a hike though? I don't know.
Nah, but I'm just saying, it's true.
It just
not
makes
dumb's the
somebody
wrong
look
word.
suspicious when
Yes,
they insert
yes.
themselves like right at the point, and then they're doing like a tour on, of all people, Tony's show. She came out of left field.
A conclusion of main highlights of the Popcorn Planet interview.
Ryan, if you would like to do a response stream, if you feel like you need that, hit me up. You can DM me on Instagram or whatever, and I'll set it up with you.
That's
if
fair.
you need that, Ryan, let me know, because I'm not trying. Please let the word. I'm not trying to block him from my channel. I'm just right now. My guest doesn't want to talk to him, and he's talked a lot of smack about her, and I think it's her opportunity to do it, and I'm going to respect her wishes. Okay, guys.
And I think that's fair.
So that's what it is about, Ryan. It's amazing as I read these comments, guys. Andy, you're biased. Like, look in the mirror. It's like, Ryan, and the reason just so I'm clear, Ryan, I don't want you on the show right now. This is Anime show. You have your own channel. You do a lot. And I don't want you just to come on and start yelling at her. I want to actually hear her side of things, and you can dissect them later, as I'm sure you will. Guys, it's my channel. It's not Ryan's channel. I don't need Ryan on my channel. I have no interest in having Ryan on my channel. And the reason being is because he put out a theory that Kiely wasn't real. And I found that incredibly disrespectful to her parents. So,
and I did too. I felt the same way, so I understand where Andy's coming from.
I was a fan of Ryan, even some of his silly theories, until he did that. And at that point, I lost all respect. And I still have no interest in associate with the guy. And I don't need to be associated with him. And I'm sure he doesn't want to.
I'm still subscribed to him and stuff, so I still watch his videos. So yeah, because he did admit that he was wrong. And yeah.
Associate with me. Just if you're going to keep hammering about it, I've answered it. I'm not afraid of anybody. I just don't want to. And I respect my guests. Unlike Tony, I've invited Xanamayx. I said we'd have a civil conversation and not be screaming at her. And I intend to follow through on that, because I'd like to have other guests feel comfortable when they come on, that it's not going to turn into a shouting match. Unless you're going to apologize for stuff and actually be civil, I'm happy to have a conversation with you later and give you your chance if you really want that. I don't care. I don't need that. But if you really need it, Ryan, let me know, and we can set that up. I don't really like you because you still refuse to apologize for saying that Kiely wasn't real. Now, you could keep ignoring or spinning that, but that was despicable, dude. And when you did that, you proved everything else you say is bullshit, potentially, because you're not credible. Because that's incredibly, just so dangerous to put that out there to your fan base and to Kiely's family. It was disgusting, dude. Completely irresponsible. That's my beef with you, man. That's my beef with you. So right now, it's not about you really right now. We're talking about, is she sus? And we're going to do it ourselves. And that's my response as a father, because I have kids. I don't like that you did that to her family. That was despicable. Whatever your reasoning was, you need to apologize way more intensely. And had you done that, I think a lot of people would have respected it more. But you lost followers from what I've gathered because you did that. And then you sort of like erased it yourself and keep distracting and all these people. And I know Icamel too. I don't believe Icamel was involved. So if you want to address that, I'm happy to do it, because clearly he's watching.
Yeah, hey, I have a question.
Welcome. Please.
Just a simple question that would probably clear this all up, because it seems like such a mental gymnastics like exercise.
Yep.
So Xanamayx, were you even in the area when Kiely went missing?
No, I was not in the area.
Okay. And you have proof of that, right?
Yes, I have proof of that.
Then why is this an issue? I mean, it just seems so strange. Like, it seems like such a stupid thing. Like, if you can prove where you were, then what the hell does this even matter?
That's true.
Valid.
I mean,
did you prove that? Did you show us where you were?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was following up your question there.
I was at home, and I have videos of me actually playing a board game with my cousin. And if you like, I don't
need to be convinced, but I'm just saying that this is pretty stupid. If you can convince people like where you were, then this is a non-issue. This is just a complete non-event, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to say, because it seems like such a stupid, bunch of crap.
Enter Psychobabble Psychobabble. I believe he has good intentions, But he has very narcissistic tendencies. He speaks as though he knows everything, as y'all are about to see. And I don't like that. This was a 4-hour, 15-minute live stream. I believe it was on August or September the 17th. I can't remember. One of the two. And I watched the entire thing, all 4 hours and 15 minutes of it. There were several people in and out, and just you can come to your own conclusion about this guy. But first, he actually also calls in to Popcorn Planet to voice his opinion there as well.
Psychobabble Rapp, are you there?
Good evening, everybody.
Welcome to the show.
First thing, I'm a little disappointed that these baseless allegations are being dignified as though they're real. When it all started in Ryan Upchurch's imagination, and then he took to his fan base and spread these baseless lies of just random people he chose, and now we're having a discussion and making a girl defend something that was grounded in his imagination. All of it. Every bit of it. Not one clue that he has uncovered is based in any kind of a fact. And that's all I had to say. I love you, Xanamayx. I'm sorry that this happened to you. It's a damn shame. And I am embarrassed to have ever been a member of Creek Squad.
Thank you.
Well, there it is.
That's all I got to say, man. It's baseless nonsense. You guys quit it. Quit dignifying it.
Well, honestly, the reason I am reached out and I want to,
it's baseless allegations. He made it up.
You couldn't be more correct. There's no proof. It's just theories based on misstatements and things and some coincidences. And I guess people are allowed to have the theories, but the level of intensity is why I'm having this conversation, because it's disturbing, guys. And Xanamayx does not have the platform that Ryan does.
I just want to shout one thing out before.
You can, but I just think Ryan's being a bully. It's like, okay, you said your theory. You can do it once, you can do it twice. Like, my God, dude, how many more times you gonna hit this like little YouTuber? What's the goal? What is the end game? Go ahead. What is your final thought?
I just want, while there's enough people listening, I want to tell you guys how smart Mr. Upchurch is. He had no clue that a Google satellite image could be months old or even a year old. He had no clue that Google Streets could be up to 10, 11, 12 years old. He had no clue that you could pin a short video in Snapchat and to Google Maps. And that's all Xanamayx did, was click on a video that some Spanish folks had recorded of their picnic. And she found it in Google Maps from Snapchat and played it. It was never her video. And Ryan was too ignorant to know that that was a thing. And I'm sorry that you guys are so invested in this kid. He's an incredible entertainer. He's an incredible artist. I love him to death. He's my favorite recording artist in the world. He was my son's favorite recording artist in the world. This kid does not know everything, people. And he's very confused right now about a lot of stuff. And he's hurting a lot of people with his baseless allegations. And I'm tired of people dignifying him. That's all I got.
Well said, man. Really nice to meet you, and I appreciate that. There's someone from an ex-Creek Squad member who's upset, and I think you have every valid reason to, and that's honestly where I'm at. So appreciate the call, man.
Thank you.
It's true, Lewis. I mean, just to echo that, that's why we're doing this, guys. Like, I see it. It's how many videos are you going to make about Xanamayx with literally baseless allegations that we're now like, she's guilty, guys, because she's sus. I mean, you're allowed to think she's sus. I've said a couple of things I found she was sus. She's admitted to them, but to connect that she's involved or knows where Kiely was or wasn't, guys, that is a stretch.
I agree with that.
Think what you want, but be respectful. My goodness, you guys are it's sad. It is just sad.
Okay, this is part of the 4-hour and 15-minute live stream that I watched of Psychobabblerapp's. That's his channel name. That's what he goes by. And just listen.
It's what I feel, and that's what I think this whole Tony Dodge thing, the whole, Instagram message, I think it's all a deflection.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's trying to imply by language, by stating that GB is I'm saying R because I don't want to.
GB is R. GANGBANG is by definition, real definition, in the real dictionary, every one you look up is R. It is. Now, by the Urban Dictionary, it's not. But by every other dictionary, actual dictionaries, it is. I'll get to that in a minute.
Monetize your channel, whatnot. I don't know if that's the case. But he's trying to imply that GB is R, but the truth of the matter is it's just a fetish for people to do. And he's just doing that because he wants to imply that Tony Dodge is an R, basically. By having that like that.
Yeah, and his mom, Patty Lynn, went way past implying and flat out said that this is the R.
It is! It fucking is! Google it!
And that's what I found totally insane. And within minutes...
I find it insane that y'all don't know the real definition of it. That's fucking sad.
Of it, she came out and she was like, yeah, they're talking about, R and women, and I was like, this is insane. I can't even believe they're taking it that far. But again, it's a deflection.
Because that's what it is. It's not a deflection, that's what it is.
And you notice that's their new focus. It has
Tony's the one who deflected and didn't answer the question.
Nothing to do with the girl. It has nothing to do with the case. It's just, hey, look over here and forget that I said that girl.
And notice nothing they say in this entire 4-hour, 15-minute live stream is about Kiely. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
Girl was fake and her parents were in on a GoFundMe scam. That's what I think.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, like, if he didn't do this whole Kiely Rodni thing, and I said this before, I'd be like, oh, you know what? This guy's a really smart guy. He's a great business guy. He seems like a nice guy. And he just kind of spoiled everything for me to even, because I never heard of him until this whole thing. Because I just focus on missing people and helping get awareness. And I didn't hear one thing about this guy until this whole thing. And at first I was happy that a large content creator was interested in spreading awareness for our missing person. But then it soured into this whole thing, unfortunately.
Yeah, and he could have really capitalized on it, and the donating the car to AWP, it could have been a really good look for him. But somebody in his inner circle, nobody vets him, it seems like, and that's been kind of something he capitalizes on, and something that he brags about is, hey, I'm my own me. I don't have anybody that tells me what to do. And it seems like this time it bit him in the ass. It's helped him in the past because, it was like the rebel, so to speak. I don't have a record label. I'm not tied down to nobody. I can say what I want. But it seemed like it finally come to bite him this time. And he may have taken it too far, in my opinion.
I don't think it's going to bite him. I think the internet has a short memory and he'll probably get away with it eventually because no one's going to sue him. They don't have the money to sue him. Like, the only people that have a legitimately huge lawsuit is the parents, and it looks like they just want to be left alone. Like, the only people that have...
I'm reading the pinned chats that they're pinned. Why use the hashtag in the title? Clout, perhaps? Remember, the family doesn't want to hear you or your bullshit. Stop using the hashtag.
Have a legitimately...
This channel sucks. Pure foolishness. An obsessed old man with nothing else to do but worry about another man. Yeah, Psychobabblerapp 63.
Huge lawsuit is the parents, and it looks like they just want to be...
Y'all are crazy assuming someone is on drugs due to their eyes on a YouTube video. I can take peas all day and look absolutely normal. Well, minus all my missing teeth, but I still love corn. You just admit it anyway.
Be left alone and move on with their lives.
Calling someone ugly doesn't make you any prettier. True.
Yeah, you're probably right. And it's sad because somebody like him could have had a real legacy.
It's overshadowed now, unfortunately.
Sadly.
And it could have been legendary. If you guys knew the level of threats I've gotten from these minions, the bullshit they've tried to pull, and I just slap back at them like children. Doesn't bother me. I can take it. They can keep it coming. but you wouldn't believe it.
Why are they going
so fucking desperate? Just because the truth, they just fucking truth.
Because there's a lot of people speaking up against Ryan. Why are they particularly focused on you?
Who knows?
Because they're like doxing you. They're trying to find out where you live. They're trying to just attack. You know
I told them where I lived. I told them what my name was. Told them where I was born.
I mean, it's just like people don't separate the art from the artist and realize sometimes the artist does really bad things, but he has, does really good art.
It was ever since Ryan Upchurch had a wild imaginary dream and an Adderall-induced psychosis due to sleep deprivation, and he accused her of being a pedophile and a murderer because he dared to disagree with her on a podcast.
They talk about slander throughout the entire live, and all they're doing is slandering Upchurch the entire time, claiming he's on drugs and all this shit. And I got some education for y'all, especially you, Psychobabble since you claim to know everything. I need to educate you on a couple things.
That's the thing I wanted to ask you.
I'm a recovering addict. I just celebrated 11 years clean, August the 8th. I was also a nurse for 20 years. So there's a couple things I need to educate you on.
Do you really think it's like drug? Because I thought it was like he's of sound mind where he's
100%.
You really think that?
Well, no, wait. How do you guys not know that when a light shines in your eyes, your pupils get small?
Well, I don't do drugs.
And in the dark, your pupils get big. If you can stand in front of a ring light and have pupils the size of nickels, you're on something, brother. I'm sorry.
Okay, let me explain something about pupillary response. Pupillary response, there are 3 types. PLR, which is pupillary light response, which is what he's talking about. Normally, your eyes constrict or get smaller when exposed to light, and your eyes dilate or get bigger when in darkness, okay? That's pupillary light response. Then there's pupillary in response, PNR. Pupillary in response is your pupils constrict in response to looking at a nearby object. So if you're looking at something near to you, your pupils constrict. And then if you look at something far away, your pupils dilate. And then there's PPR, which is psychosensory pupil response. Okay? These are all things that can cause your pupils to dilate. Stress, anxiety, increased adrenaline, mental workload, arousing stimulus, thought or emotion. Research from 1958 said that anything that increases the mind's processing or activates the mind can cause your pupils to dilate. Studies from the 60s and 70s said your pupils can dilate, which can be generated by an internal cognitive, which is in your brain, cognitive event, mental effort, increased concentration, and multitasking. All those things can cause your pupils to dilate. Now, the drugs that can cause your pupils to become dilated are cocaine, ecstasy, LSD, shrooms, meth. Medications that can cause your pupils to dilate: antidepressants, antihistamines, anti-nausea meds, anti-seizure meds, Parkinson's disease meds, atropine, and Botox. All those things could cause your pupils to dilate, not just darkness. So just because his pupils were dilated doesn't mean he's on drugs. And to say 100%, which Psychobabble didn't say 100%, but he's talking as if it's facts and slandering Ryan by saying he's on drugs and saying the drugs he's on as if he's there with him, as if he knows, is wrong.
I don't have too much experience, which I don't do drugs. I don't know.
I've dealt with a drug addicted son for 14 years.
And I was a drug addict for 15 years. And I'm sorry you had to deal with that. And I lost my big brother to addiction in 2018. Cirrhosis of the liver related to alcoholism. Alcoholism, addiction, same thing. Because alcoholism, you're addicted to alcohol, same thing. So I've been on both sides.
I
know exactly what them eyeballs look like. I know exactly what they look.
Hold on.
So also,
he has admitted though personally that he does shrooms and LSD.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Why would somebody be so?
He has said, Upchurch has said in videos that occasionally he's done shrooms and LSD. I think he said he did some in Panama City Beach or something like that, but I don't think it's anything he does on a regular basis. He couldn't think as clearly as he does and speak as clearly as he does of things if he did that stuff regularly.
So invested to the point where they're up for 2 or 3 days in a row, scribbling notes on a notepad.
I have chronic insomnia related to PTSD from being in a school shooting in 1995. There are times where I'll be awake for 52, 56, 60 hours sometimes, not by choice at all. It's just chronic insomnia, and it sucks. It's a disorder, a sleep disorder, and it sucks.
Digging through some woman's past
Yeah.
that you don't even have any idea if she was even in that area when the day the kid went missing. This is just not even normal behavior. And
No.
then when you say, okay, you got this, you're accusing her, give it to me, lay it out. How'd she do it? Tell us how they did it. And I can't get a single one of them to even start that story. They just say, she lied. She did this. She said that. She was here. She went there. And it's all bullshit.
So that's not something shrooms or LSD can do. That's what's going
Oh,
to
it could, but they don't do that to your pupils.
But to
Yeah, they do. LSD and shrooms do that to your pupils. Know it all.
be invested in something, no, it does. But to be invested in something like that, he has to be on like cocaine, something like that. Because
meth and Adderall. Meth and Adderall. Both my son used to come.
Just because that's what happened with your son doesn't mean that's what happens with every person, bruh. I'm sorry, so sorry that happened with your son. Truly, I am. Everybody knows how serious I am about addiction, alcoholism, recovery, and things of that nature. But drugs, different drugs, just like any type of drug, whether it's prescribed medication, narcotic or non-narcotic, over the counter, whether it's illegal drugs, alcohol, affects different individuals different ways. Everyone's different and things affect people differently. Not everybody's the same, bruh.
Come here and stand on my front porch and tell me that the FBI was after him.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that situation. I understand.
Well, I dealt with it for 14 years.
And it's
Mandy
bad.
says, jealousy looks real bad on you, man, among other things. You're clearly not happy with your actual life. Happy people don't spend hours straight up hating on. Well, can you point me to where you left that comment on Ryan Upchurch's page? Because he's been up a lot longer than me making up hateful things about people. And see, the difference between me and Ryan, Mandy, is my words are true and Ryan's are.
No, they're not. Not all of them. Not all of them. But I will say, though, Psychobabble has taken up for Upchurch in certain instances where people said stuff that weren't true. So I will give him credit where credit is due. And he has taken up for him in certain instances. So respect for that.
or an imagination. They're baseless allegations that were made up. I hope that answers your question. He's not going to come and pick you up either, honey. It's not going to happen. I know you want to hold on to that, and it's just not going to happen. If you show up at his house, he'll call police on you.
Just like you were saying, unfortunately, Psychobabble, I do have, immediate family that's also struggled with drugs. And to, add to what I can't see his name on here, but what he was questioned, like, do you think it was drugs? If you look back to that video where he was getting very upset, slamming his headphones down, acting very erratic, you can see
because somebody had just lied on him. I would have acted and been the same way. That don't mean I'm on drugs. Stop assuming and speaking in facts like y'all know. Stop it.
His eyes darting around. But what was most telling there is he had zero saliva in his mouth. He kept trying to get, apple juice, and he was asking somebody who, was there in his room.
He asked one time, somebody actually from the background asked him, and he said, yeah, water please, or something like that. It's on this video. We just watched it a while ago.
Hey, give me a water. He couldn't even hardly speak. His voice was so crackled and dried out. And that's also another side effect of certain drug, usage is, it dries your mouth out, and it's just very clear to people who've seen it and been there.
It's kind of sad and tragic in a way.
Exactly. I've been there. I've seen it.
If this is all induced by drugs, and it's like, and no one's coming to help him, to stop him from continually going down there. That's terrible, actually.
And what you see a lot, especially with people who, if their own mother backs them, it's that much harder. It's 100 times harder if somebody that close to you, backs you. You almost have no hope.
Yeah, that was my son's problem. His mom enabled him.
It's like crazy.
I was so aggravated with Popcorn Planet, setting her up there like she was on trial, talking about this delusion of Ryan's like it was some real event that took place and she'd been charged with it.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there on trial, defending herself to someone's wild imagination. How the hell do you do that?
Well, lack of burden of proof. That's the problem. Like they're assuming that she's guilty and she has to prove her innocence, even though they have no evidence. I had to argue with him saying that it was not a GoFundMe scheme. And
he was on that for a full week. Chain Mine Asylums would like to say all the things I've heard from all sides in this case tells me I nailed it when I chose my YouTube name. Well, you didn't get no bullshit from me. Debunk one word that's come out of my mouth.
Ryan's on drugs, and I'm about to debunk the pupil thing you said. That's two things. And I'm about to debunk something else you're about to say here in just a few minutes. So, I need my $100 to my Cash App, Psychobabblerapp.
Give you $100. Right here. Everybody heard it. I said it in front of everybody. I'll Cash App it to you. Nobody went.
Cash App me my $100.
Period.
Yeah, it was just him trying to imply that the guy is an R, and then grabbed a clip and, just attacked him.
Stupid girl in here.
He just said, stupid girl in here said GANGBANG is R. It is, dumbass.
Yeah, that was Perplex QT. Yeah, we disagreed. We disagreed a couple of subjects, for sure, and that was one of them.
Nick would like to say I've even gotten
the GANGBANG text that the man, I forgot his name, has. I got the same exact one. Bullshit. No, you didn't. Because the one Tony got said, yeah, comma, we can GANGBANG her, ... That's what it said. It was a reply to some sort of statement or question. It was not spam.
That man, I forgot his name. Yeah, Tony. I get him too. The Popcorn Planet, a 650,000 subscriber podcast. They said we get them all the time.
I don't care how many subscribers you got. That don't mean you're right. Which is, y'all say that about Upchurch. And now you're contradicting yourself and saying, Popcorn Planet, 600 and something thousand subscriber channel even said they get. Bruh.
Refuse to believe it because Ryan Upchurch said so. And it's just so stupid.
Yeah,
you got Google right in front of you. Heather Bishop.
Yeah, I got Google right in front of me. I wrote it down, the definitions. All of them. Well, the two different ones I looked up in the two different dictionaries and the urban one, which we'll get to in a minute when you say the stupid shit you say here in just a minute about it.
She says Tony definitely went on the defensive. He handled it completely wrong. No, he didn't. He was being sarcastic. This is what I mean, Gen Z. Why can't you guys?
I'm not Gen Z. I'm Gen X. I'm 41. I'll be 42 in a couple weeks. And I agree with her. It was deflection. I don't think it was sarcasm. I don't think he was joking. It was deflection. He said, I'm not going to talk about it. If you're innocent, why not? Just saying.
You guys recognize sarcasm. Tony was being funny and sarcastic and just making fun of it.
No, he wasn't.
When they were saying, oh, you got to text a gangbang, he's good. I was doing your mom, man. It was your mom. He was being sarcastic. It was sarcasm. It was comedy. He was being funny.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't startled. He wasn't backed in a corner. He wasn't anything. He knew it was just spam. He wasn't worried about it. It's a thing. If you have a public profile on Instagram, you will get spam text. And
I've never gotten one.
I don't care who says it ain't true. There's thousands of people that actually get them that will tell you otherwise.
I know spam exists. I've gotten spam messages. But that was not a spam message. I don't give a fizzuck what none of these motherfuckers say. It was a reply.
So, like, with that whole interaction with Tony, do you think he should have handled, like, I know that was sarcasm and I get your point of view, but do you think that was the right approach and should he have not even gotten to the personal insults?
I would have done the same thing.
Okay.
I don't doubt it.
I mean, I was like, how absurd.
Yeah.
The poor girl's family. My condolences to them as well. What they must be going through.
Yeah.
And a drama on YouTube surrounding all this.
Zav girl.
And y'all are part of the drama. You started out on a great foot, lady from England. I'm not sure your name. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. And then you just jump right in with them on the slandering, hating train.
I rarely watched any of these true crime podcasts because the
only one I watch is Grizzly True Crime.
The ridiculous conspiracies that are just nonsense. But I watched.
That chapter is a great true crime channel. All facts, no conspiracies. Wonderful true crime channel. This is Monsters is another great one. I watch them every day.
Zab girl, for 20 minutes, she's showing pictures of Kiely from the time she was a baby, clear up until she went missing. And she's saying, you know, this child's real. Here she is at 2. Here she is at 5. Here she is at 7. Here she is at 8. Okay. Ryan comes on. In 2 minutes, he's saying she's not real, and Zav girl never once. He said, there's no pictures ever. There's no evidence of her ever existing. And she didn't even attempt.
And that was my third point. Like, where is Ryan's responsibility in all this, considering he's a public figure?
Is this is another question? Is he setting his live streams and all these videos to adults so his kids fans?
Oh,
can't
yeah,
watch
absolutely.
them?
Yeah, they're set to adults. Yeah,
Good,
absolutely.
Does this not violate? I'm a Twitch streamer, so I know nothing about YouTube. Does this not go against like YouTube community standards or terms of service or something?
No, not at all. No,
and that's just wrong.
She said, and that's just wrong. And then listen to what they proceed to talk about.
The fact that YouTube is allowing this situation to even occur in the first place.
The only thing that breaks YouTube's toss is doxing.
Yep.
That is against the toss of every social network. And
Hasn't he
that's
done that,
happened
though?
5 times now for the life of me. I don't know why there hasn't been an action taken because that does.
They haven't doxed. It was public information. And yes, even the minor. It was public information. The picture of Xanamay's cousin or niece or whatever, 11-year-old girl. Now, I didn't agree with their theory on that at all. At all. But I will say that was not doxing. That was public information. The news had that picture out there. But it could be considered copyright infringement. If the news or someone else claims copyright ownership of that photo, it could be considered copyright infringement. So yeah.
Because he makes them money. That's why.
But there's more YouTube on there that make more money than he
YouTube takes
does.
part of the money, and if he's making the money, they're not going to do shit.
Because I'm not taking my boot off Ryan's neck till you cocksuckers leave her alone.
Exactly.
And I mean it. I mean it. Right. Well, the little girl that he doxed.
Oh yeah, her. That's sad.
That too.
And they doxed another little girl on the last live. His producer, the babyface dude, pulled up Xanamayx. Go look it up. It's right there for all you in the chat that want to sit here and call us the people that are after children. Why don't you go over there and protect those children who he just pulled up on his live? Xanamayx, she escaped a war zone. What the fuck is wrong with you people? She almost died escaping Ukraine. There's
they don't want to believe it.
And she's also 11 years old.
Now
She's
I will
11.
say this: Xanamayx did not physically go into Ukraine, and I don't know her combat experience.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. It's on the news. They were in a car, and the cars in front of them and behind them were getting shot at as they were trying to escape. Xanamayx did actually go into Ukraine. Yes, she did. See, I know the facts more than they do. Come on, bruh.
Experience personally, so I'm not going to speak on that. If she's out there slinging fucking bullets, usually women aren't allowed in combat arms type of positions. That doesn't mean women don't fight in wars.
She didn't. She wasn't in combat like that.
Have to kill people, have to defend themselves because they're out there with us.
But she did. We'll get there.
So I'm not going to speak on that. But if she did serve 2 tours, she put her ass on the line, at least in a combat zone, twice.
Exactly. Everything Ryan Upchurch said is a fairy tale.
All of it. I'm not even talking about church.
Okay, so what do you want to know?
There's
about?
plenty of people that see like things that just seem weird.
Me sitting here at 63 years of age, being in the automotive industry for 40 years, I see absolutely not one thing that would indicate it was a murder. Not one thing.
How? The only facts in this case that we know so far is a 16-year-old is dead.
How do you have nothing? Because every conspiracy theory
I'm not on a
that
laptop.
people have generated
I don't have things ready.
has not been grounded in logic and facts. Okay, the body absolutely could float past the seat up into the back once it started to decompose. It absolutely could. No question about it. I'm 235 pounds.
How many days underwater does it take for it to decompose?
Once it's dead, it starts floating.
Anywhere from 2 weeks. Anywhere from 2 weeks to 30 days. They say. It just depends. She was awful small. Wouldn't take.
Y'all can Google that. How long does it take a body to decompose underwater in a lake in a car? Specifically that. Because I Googled it. Look it up.
That way you know.
Those bones.
I mean, you're acting like you know. It's like science,
I didn't say that. I'm giving you my opinion, and I'm telling you, it's just a theory, son.
Nobody
Apparently
cares.
not.
So what's the difference between an opinion and slander?
For sure, right?
Because what Ryan's doing is slander.
There's no way.
And what y'all been doing to Ryan is slander by accusing him of being on drugs. That's slander.
Slander. That's not an opinion. That's slander.
Speculation is not slander.
No,
He
it's
didn't
not at all.
speculate.
Are you a lawyer?
He didn't
Oh,
What's the
wow.
definition of slander?
They don't even know
I'm
what's
just
going
saying.
on.
It
Tell me
takes
what
an
the
open
definition of
mind,
slander
and
is.
when there's public
Doxing.
information, when you share public
Oh wow!
information, that is not
11-year-old
doxing.
has 11-year-olds have public information.
What 11-year-old?
Are you
No,
kidding me?
Xanamay has posted pictures
Xanamay's
of her
niece.
11-year-old niece.
I put him out.
public
You're not going to
information.
come
Oh
in here and
Lord, I
suck
can't
Ryan's Peter.
even. I can't even.
If you want to
can't
suck
argue
Ryan's
with them.
Peter, go over to Ryan's
Bro,
channel.
I'm not
and suck
sucking his
Peter.
wiener. I just said I don't agree with most of what he says.
What is your opinion then? Like, I would like to hear
My
that.
opinion
You got it
is
fixed there, buddy.
Xanamay
Good.
is
Cancel
a
the old man.
dumbass
Cancel
who
the old
went there
man.
and thought she was
you went
doing
through all that
something
just to say
great.
that.
She thought she was
God, I
going to
feel
be
sorry
the
for you.
hero,
Can you-
find some clues,
She did.
and post it online. That's
Yeah.
it.
But, so
She
that
wanted views
deserves
for
her to be
channel. That's
Just
why
her
she went
answers
there.
are
Why
weird.
the
She's
fuck
like,
else would
"Oh, I
she
didn't
go
go there for clout. Oh, I kind of wanted to grow my YouTube
So,
channel. Oh, I
do you
didn't care
think
about
that
growing
she
my YouTube
deserves what
channel."
she's getting then?
Like, why are you there? Oh,
What
I
did she
thought
Even if
get
that's
there?
the truth. Listen,
What did she
listen.
get in?
question.
Even if that's the truth,
What
do you
is
think
she
she
getting?
deserves? Do you not? That's why
What
I'm
is she
asking you.
getting?
Do you
Yeah.
not know
Some
what's
internet
going on?
words? What is she getting?
Internet words. People are threatening her. People
How
are
do you
costing
know?
her
Threatening?
her
What do you
business.
mean?
They're
Post
threatening
Personally?
a
her
link
family.
in chat
Like
that
personally?
shows
In
someone
person?
threatening her
me?
life of a
Is
picture
she
of
in
her.
Are you
danger?
Something happened.
kidding me?
No, like, is she in danger
Squad
personally?
is
Hey, when
all
you guys are
over
always
You guys are
talking,
Do you-
complaining about
Wow.
slander.
Do you know
There's
that
something
she's in
wrong with you
danger?
people.
Yes.
Yes, there's
Yeah,
actual
addresses and
criminals that are
people
threatening
going and
her.
taking pictures of their
Dumbass.
house.
Let me ask you a few
Sure.
questions, okay? So, first, Ryan said the girl wasn't real and that the parents hoaxed it for the GoFundMe money. Now, tell me that you have sense enough to know that that wasn't real.
I don't think, bro. I just said I don't think most of what he says is real.
Okay, so if that wasn't true, then he said Kiely is a girl named Callie, and that wasn't true. And he doxed that girl named Callie. She was 15 years old. He doxed her, and she got death threats and got attacked and had to take her social media down.
Well, I mean,
Then he said,
a public social media isn't like doxing.
a
Facts.
minor, dude, stop it.
It don't matter if it's a minor or not. If it's public, it's not doxing, bruh. That's on the parents. That's another point I wanted to make. Parents, you need to be more attentive with your children's online activity, like I am with mine. Mine's 15.
It's still
And
not
She's a
doxing.
minor. She shouldn't be getting attacked because some rich
agree with that.
entertainer
I agree with that.
I'm
from a
just saying
3
it's
million
not doxing.
subscriber platform slandered her. That's nonsense, dude.
Yeah, but it's still
Come
not
on.
doxing.
By adults.
But
I don't believe you when you're telling me you don't like Upchurch now, because you're
No,
you're wanting to
what's the
defend him on a
definition of
thin
dox?
line.
Like, do you
You're
know what a
wanting to
dox
defend
is?
him on a thin line for some reason.
Like, I don't know anything
A
about
hair
you. Like,
razor. I mean, a
if I were
razor's
to
edge.
upload your phone number, your wherever you work, that's
No.
doxing.
He
That's
went and
doxing.
found it. He went and found it and doxed her, dude. Stop it. Now, that ended up to be not true. Then Xanamay shows up on a true crime podcast like thousands of other people, curious about this case. She had been on that very podcast 2 weeks earlier, talking about something completely different, and was on there 4 weeks before that, talking about the Summer Wells case. She shows up on that podcast, and she didn't kiss Ryan's ass like he was a superstar. She made the mistake of saying, "I don't know who you are." And as soon as she said that, he fucking attacked her.
That's not true. We just watched what happened. We just watched what happened and why Ryan attacked her or clapped back at her, because she lied and said he said something he didn't say. That's the facts.
Immediately.
Accused her of being a part of this. And then he went to his YouTube channel, told his minions that she was a liar, that she wasn't in the military, that she lied about getting her family out of Ukraine. He body
she did do
shamed her,
that.
said
She
her
didn't
name
get
was
them out of
Herpy
Ukraine.
Said her name was
That's not
Herpy
true.
Lip. Said her name was Herpy Lip. Called her a whore. Accused her of child pornography, and then went as far as to accuse her of being involved in this case.
That's not right.
Didn't he say wanted to rip her face off as well?
So,
but
if all those
don't
things
say
are untrue,
Xanamay. got
wait,
anybody
I'm
out of
not
Ukraine.
done.
That's a lie.
And then he bragged about calling
I
them
want
all
to finish my point.
whores.
If all those things are untrue, then why are you still believing any of it?
I mean, like, do you have a bad memory? I said I don't believe it. Almost all of it. Like,
But you believe some of it. What is some of it that you do believe?
I think like he's trying to do a good thing, trying to find what happened to that girl.
Excuse me.
He's like obsessive over it. It's probably not helping.
Yes, you're right. At first he was.
Like I think
And
he's
you know
too
what?
obsessive over it.
Dude,
Ryan does get obsessed with things.
you
but
say
he-
attacking a
at
girl.
first he was.
So
But
you
he- but
think
he-
attacking
it
a
got bad.
girl? You think attacking a
Bro,
girl?
stop. I said that's
is a
not
good
right.
thing.
Like you're beating a dead drum. Like I literally
But
said
then
that's
why
not
are you
good.
saying he's trying to do a good thing when he's completely destroyed her life?
His initial intentions were good, yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying to find out why a
There was
16-year-old girl
nothing
dead
good
in the
about
bottom of a
slandering
fucking
a
lake.
girl and calling her a whore and saying she wasn't in the military.
Okay,
Where did
Then
that
you
start
know
out good?
now that what he has done is
Do I have
wrong.
to like
after.
write it out for you? That's
Yeah.
not good.
I don't understand how did it start out good? It started out with him accusing her because he got mad at her because she said she didn't know him.
Well, no. What he's talking about, Psychobabble, is originally whenever he tried to help find the girl.
Oh, the
and he
car
was putting
thing?
up the
Yeah, the car
donation,
thing's
That
wonderful.
part
Yeah.
started out good. That
Car
part started
thing's
out
wonderful.
good.
No, not
But
donating
then shit
a
went bad
car.
whenever Xanamayx
Hey,
came
let
up.
me ask you something. So if I go donate to a charity tomorrow, can I come and cut you up with a knife and it'll be cool?
Bro, I'm not talking about him
not
donating
gonna-
a
he's-
car.
he's
I'm talking
saying the
about
whole
in the
reason
very
why we
beginning
did
when
it.
Kylie first went missing.
He
Before
said she wasn't real.
Xanamay, before Ickmail,
Exactly, I was just
before
about to
Ronnie.
say that.
He said she wasn't real in the beginning.
No, he didn't. Go watch the very, 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 very first few videos he posted about Kylie. He did not say she wasn't real at the very beginning. No, the fuck he didn't. Again, you got your facts wrong, Mr. Psychobabble. Perfect name.
And everyone was actors.
And that her mom hoaxed it.
I was
They
at
were all
helping.
actors. They were all actors.
There's
With-
some
with-
elaborate
with
GoFundMe
people.
scheme.
Go look
With
at his
pupils the
very
size
first
of
Kylie
nipples.
Rodni video. It doesn't say that. but
That's right.
Go off.
What this kid's saying right now, Psychobabble, is that in the very beginning, when Church was trying to do the right thing before Xanamayx pissed him off for saying her own opinion, and we have that right in America to have our own opinions.
Yep.
He didn't like it that she didn't kiss his ass, and then that's when he went
That's not true.
crazy.
With all due respect,
That's not true.
before the Xanamay thing, he was 2 weeks on she wasn't real and that was a hoax.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that part. I apologize.
Yeah. I don't.
What? You were right, lady. From the beginning, you were right. At the beginning, the first few videos Ryan made about Kiely Rodni had nothing to do with her being fake or anything else other than trying to find her, being concerned about it, doing a good thing. Go watch them!
From day
So when
one,
did
it's
it-
been
so
him
when did it
slandering
go-
people.
No, it's not.
Fossil Fuzzball says you're the one that's saying gangbang's okay. It is okay. Gangbang's one of the most popular sexual fantasies of most women. Most men fantasize about being with multiple partners. In the back of Molly Hatch.
He said he was in a GANG, Listen.
About being with multiple partners. In the back of Molly Hatchet's tour bus.
He said 2 girls, GANG, BANGED, me.
And then they wanted me to go get other bandmates. In 1979, I was single. I was allowed to do it.
And then he said these 2 chicks, GANG, BANGED, the shit out of me, dude.
When you leave here, Fozzie, Foosball, I want you to go to your, open up your Chrome browser, okay? And up in the right-hand corner, you can pull down the tab, and there's an option there to say incognito. Click that so you don't mess your cache up, and I want you to type
And I want you to type GANGBANG.
And hit enter.
And hit enter. Now, yeah, if you just type those 2 words and hit enter, you're going to get a lot of PORN. You know what I'm saying? But type in those 2 words, then definition. And this is what you get. In the Oxford Dictionary, GANGBANG, noun, number 1, the successive RAPE of one person by a group of people. So it is R. Number 2, an instance of violence involving members of a criminal gang. Verb, a group of people R-wording someone. So GANGBANG is R, dumbass. In the Collins English Dictionary, a series of acts of often forcible sexual intercourse engaged in by several people successively with one passive partner. But in the Urban Dictionary, it is when multiple partners, usually 3 or more, engage in sexual intercourse with a single willing partner. If the partner is unwilling, it's considered GANGRAPE. Also, the most enjoyable form of PORN. And then he just said it's most men and women's fantasy. And he was GANGBANGED in the back of Molly Hatchet's tour bus by 2 girls in 1979. Get your facts straight. I want my $100 to my Cash App. Psychobabblerapp. GANGBANG is R. By definition, real definition. Look it up.
And watch how many. So girls willing to do with as many guys as possible.
Gangbanging isn't bad, but
you're building a false
necrophilia is pretty
monster.
fucked.
A consensual act between adults.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's not consensual, you dumbass.
And you guys are not going to pretend it's something else. I'm not going to let you. I'm going to humiliate you every time you attempt it. This is where a person is held against their will and forced to have sex against their will. Or people get together and get each other off in a big pile.
Good. Is that okay? Is that normal?
What's that?
Dude said, is that okay? Is that normal? Psychobabble says, what's that? And dude says, effing a dead corpse, which is NECRO, PHILIA, which is what Tony corrected himself after he said he was into PEDO. He said he was into NECRO. This, which is what that is.
Is that good?
So now somebody's screwing a dead person?
Tony Dodge said he's
it was
into
sarcasm,
necrophilia.
son.
I don't
this is
give
what
2
I mean.
fucks. I've never said that in my life. I've never said that shit.
Do you not know what comedy and sarcasm is, son? Spam text. Everybody gets some spam text. It was a spam text.
It might have been, but
and
why
if
didn't he
he be in a gangbang? So what? So what?
Why did
He's a freaking grown-ass adult. He can do what he wants.
He's a grown adult. If he wants to be in a, he can be in one.
Okay,
Right?
but all you had to do was click on it and
Why should he have to prove it?
Yeah,
Why?
All he should have to do is expose
do you go
personal
along and
information.
delete every text you get if you get 1,000 texts a day? Are you going through the trouble of deleting them all?
Yes.
I mean, no, bro.
So I run
I get
behind. I've got
spam
fucking
shit
5
all the
folders. I
time,
got 5
but it
pages
never
of
talks
spam that
about
needs
fucking
deleted, and I haven't
gangbang.
bothered with
It's
it
like,
yet.
hot chicks. Click here,
Come
and it's
on,
like
you
some
guys
random
gotta
phone
grow
number.
up.
It's
You
not
guys
talking about
gotta.
gangbang.
Everybody Ryan Upchurch points that's a boogeyman to you people. It's the damnedest thing I've ever seen.
Tony Dodge has nothing to do with Kylie. He's just a creeper. That's it.
Yep.
God
That's
damn,
fine.
man.
I'm sorry, dude. Like, I don't think Tony Dodge is a good person. He has nothing to do with Kylie, but I think he's a creeper.
Me too.
100%.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
And
I don't know the guy.
I do.
I
He
think
said
all
he's
of
in a
Crack Squad are
necrophilia.
cocksucking
As
bastards.
sarcasm.
I think all of Crack Squad are sissy bitch cocksucking bastards.
Whoa.
All of them.
How
glad
a
I'm not
63-year-old man disagrees
Every
with a
last
group
one,
of people?
including
Holy
you.
shit.
And you coming in here saying you don't listen to Ryan Upchurch is a bald-faced lie.
That's what they talked about for 4 hours and 15 minutes, y'all. And I sat through all that. Yeah. So GB is R by definition. Dumbass. And he says he was going to stay on Upchurch's neck till he leaves Xanamay alone. And he tells Creep Squad to leave Xanamay alone. Upchurch has over 2 million followers, bruh. Upchurch has zero control over other people's actions and reactions. Zero control. How can he control what another person does, bruh? He can't control that. He could tell them. That don't mean they'll do it. Use your brain. Now, Xanamay, is her military background real or fake? This video was done by Triple T, aka Dog Pound Reaction, 2 separate channels. He goes live on his Triple T channel all the time, and then he does his reactions on Dog Pound Reaction channel. He's actually a veteran. Thank you for your service, Triple T. I know you hate that, but out of respect, I have to say it. And he did this video about Xanamay, whether her military background was real or fake, and this is what he got. And respect to Triple T for doing this.
This live stream is going to be showing proof. Is Xanamay real when it comes to her military service, or is she fake? Is she really serving in the military, or is she stolen valor? For those you don't know, I was on Perplex channel Sunday because they were blowing up the chat. My wife woke me up on while I was on a nap, saying, hey, they're talking about your video that you did with Sin TV Saturday night. And some people were up in the chat saying that you're full of crap and that they were questioning my military service. I said, all right, let me go ahead and see what's going on. Okay, so here's the video I'm talking about. I'm not going to play all of it. We're going to play like 5 minutes to get everybody up to speed on exactly what I'm talking about.
Hey, Triple T.
How you doing?
All right, how you doing?
I was napping. I got woke up. How you doing?
All right. So I got a couple questions.
Well, I got receipts. I'm going to show you my receipts, and then I'm getting off.
All right.
Number one, I'm not telling you who I work for. Number two, I am not going to divulge anything other than what I'm about to show you. And number three, I never seen any women wear the second ID combat patch. Yes.
I didn't say you didn't.
No, but some people in the comments has.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not just some combat vet who can go on and get into any government computer. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay.
When you join the military, just understand you have to go through a process. And that process is done through the MEP station. That MEP station takes a physical of you. When you get that physical taken, it will send all the paperwork to a database. It's ran by the government. Okay?
Okay.
No matter what branch you go into, it's going to go to this database.
Okay.
Once it gets to that database, whether you did 1 day in the military or you did 20 years in the military, it's going to be in that database all the way back to 1917.
Okay.
Okay. If you would, please share my screen.
Okay.
Okay. you'll see it says first name, middle initial, last name, social, and date of birth.
Correct.
The only thing you're required to have is first and last name.
Okay. Kind of like looking up an inmate.
Right. If I had a middle name, that'd be great. If I had a social, that'd be perfect. And I had a date of birth, that'd be great.
Okay.
Okay. There's the person's name. Right?
No, I think you have it backwards. I think. Yeah, I think Anastasia's her first name.
I ran it both ways.
Oh, you did? Okay.
So this is the first way I ran it.
Okay.
No records found. And I ran it the other way, Anastasia and then the last name. No records found. I'm not saying that she's stolen valid. I'm not saying that she didn't serve. There was two different databases I was showing you.
Oh, okay.
That's what that is. Okay. So that's what was going on when I was over on Perplex channel on Sunday with Sin TV, because like I said, I was up on Sin's Live Saturday night and he was talking about PSYCHOBABBLERAPP or something like that. I don't know. I don't follow the guy. But anyway, he was talking about that, and he said if there's any YouTube content creators that want to add anything, hit him up on IG and he'll send us the link. So I hit him up and I showed him all this information. But I did not show any receipts when I was on his live. Now, why did I look her name up in the first place? Someone contacted me. I'm not going to say who, but someone did contact me and says, hey, is there any possible way that you can check into her military background? So, you got a name? Yeah. If you got a social, that'd be great. I really do need the name. So, the name that I looked up, and I'm going to show it to you. So, as you can see right here, this is the spelling that I was given by the individual who contacted me. And when you click on all these articles, it talks about her going to Ukraine to rescue her family, right? So that's the name that I use. And I even said it in Perplex's video that if the name is not spelled correctly, I would get a false hit. You know, it wouldn't pop up correctly. And that's why I was getting no results. So in private chat on StreamYard, she gave me the correct spelling of her name. First, middle, and last. I was one letter off. Anastasia, the correct spelling of it is ANASTASIYA. I did not have the Y after the I and before the A. And that's what threw the whole search off. So when I went to work, I put her in the database with the correct spelling. Now I'm about to show you what I came up with. Now, once again, even on Perplex's live stream, and even on Sin TV, I said I am not saying that she's stolen valid. I'm just saying the name that I was trying to search was not showing up in the database. So, with that being said, let me zoom in. Okay. This is the correct spelling of her name. And as you can see, it says name, Anastasia, last name, military status. She's in the National Guard. Education. She has an associate's, bachelor's degree of college, and no high school diploma. Now, you're probably going to wonder, well, how can she have a college degree without a high school diploma? And how can she be in the United States military? Because we do not track foreign diplomas from other schools. We only track American high schools. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's why it says no high school diploma. Because she didn't go to school here. She went to school wherever she's from.
Yep.
Her date of birth. Now, I did block out the month and date, but she was born in 1983. So she's 39. Or soon to be 39. She's a female. There's no aliases. She is DOD, meaning she does work for the Department of Defense. OEF/OIF. That's Afghanistan, Operation Enduring Freedom, and Operation Iraqi Freedom. Yes. And here are the dates that she served. She served from September 10th, 2009 to August 18th, 2010. IA is Iraq. Afghanistan, she served January 1st, 2013 to October 31st, 2013. So she did 10 months in Afghanistan and looks like a little over 11 months in Iraq. Blocked out her social, never married. Her race is white. This is her Army information. There are DD-214s on file. That means that because she was on active duty for 11 years, she got a DD-214 to show that she was on active duty service, and then she went into the National Guard. There is no Vietnam era service. She's not old enough. There's no Gulf War indicators that she didn't serve in Desert Shield or Desert Storm. She was never a POW. She doesn't have a Purple Heart. To the far right, where you see where it says re-enlistment indicator and Gulf War service, all that stuff was blank because they only fill that out for your final DD-214 once you're done your military service. And she does not have a Medal of Honor. Now, all this information I just read off to you was updated on, the last time it was updated was March 28, 2017. So, roughly 5 years ago. Now we go into her actual service. She was regular Army. She was Army active duty from October 7, 2003 to September 1st, 2014. When she got out, she was an E5 sergeant, and her character of service was honorable. But she also was an E5 promotable. Then she entered the Army National Guard on the very next day after she got off of active duty. She entered on September 2nd, 2014, and she's currently still a guardsman. That's why there's no date here. And her current rank is Sergeant First Class E7. Her character service is unknown because she's still serving. Now, she does have 3 additional DD-214s while serving in the National Guard. The first one was her last one was April 15th, 2020 from May 22nd, 2020. And she was a Sergeant First Class and was honorable. So she was on active duty for roughly 38 days. Most likely that was for a military school. And because she's considered what they call an M-day soldier, meaning 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks out of the year. Anytime you go on federal orders for more than 30 days, you'll be put on active duty status. And when you get done with that active duty status, they will issue you a DD-214. That's why she has that one. In the second one, she was on federal orders roughly about 4.5 months, and she was an E7 at the time, and it was an honorable discharge. Once again, that's most likely a military school. Now, this one right here, she was on there almost 3 years. And the reason why that is because from July 18, 2016 to March 31st, 2019, she was in the master's program. So the military has a program set up. If you have a bachelor's degree and you want to try to get your master's, they will put you on active duty status so you can get active duty pay while you go to school to get your master's degree That way you don't have to worry about a financial burden. So she was on active duty almost 3 years, not completely 3 years. She's about 4 months shy of it.
Awesome.
So 2 years, 8 months. That's about the timeline for a master's. I know it's a 2-year program. However, they bring you on active duty 4 months before and 4 months after. 4 months before you be put on active duty so you can get everything processed, get ready for schooling, and then the 4 months after, so it's like a depress, like you know, like a debriefing type of thing. So where you can calm down, don't have to worry about going to work right away, take those 4 months, get everything situated. So for 2 years, 8 months, she was on active duty, and that was when she went to her master's program. Now, the reason why it doesn't show it up here that she has a master's, because this data was updated on March 28th, 2017.
Right.
So it's not going to be, that's the information that you see from here up was updated on there. Everything I'm showing you from here down gets updated every month.
Okay.
All right. Then we go into her combat pay, combat tax exclusion. She was receiving hostile fire pay from September 10th, 2009 to August 18th, 2010. And once again, that's her Iraq service. And then she was getting it again for January 1st, 2013 to October 31st, 2013. That's her Afghanistan. Combat zone tax exclusion, where you get tax-free money. Same timeline. Iraq, Afghanistan.
Yep.
Here are her awards and medals. Now, you're going to see a row of dates over here that all say 2015, February 8th, 2015. That's all those are the same dates. It does not mean she got awarded all those awards on that date. That's when it was uploaded into the system. But she has an Army Commendation Medal with a second device. That means she has a total of 3. She has an Army Achievement Medal with a second device, a total of 3. She has a National Defense Service Medal. She's got an Afghanistan Campaigning Medal. She has an Iraqi Campaigning Medal with a Campaign Star, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, Army Good Conduct Medal, 5th device. That means she's received 6 Good Conduct Medals, because you get one every 3 years, and she's in her 19th year. So, yeah. So she should be getting due to get another one here soon. She has a NATO medal. She has a National Defense Service Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal with a star, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal with a star, Overseas Ribbon, Non-Commissioned Officer Professional Development Ribbon with second device. That means she's been to 3 NCO schools. You go to your first one when you make E5, you go to your second one when you make E6, and you go to your third one when you make E7. And if you're fortunate to be like me, you go to your 4th one when you make E8, and you go to your 5th one when you make E9. So she's been to 3 NCO schools for leadership. Then she has a Meritorious Unit Commendation and a Valorous Unit Awards.
Awesome.
So that's her correct spelling of her name. The woman did serve in the military. She is not stolen valor.
Thank you so much for your service, Xanamayx. Genuinely, truly.
And I said, if I can prove that she served in the military, I would be more than happy to put it out there. So for all these people that said that she was stolen valor, well, you're wrong.
Yep.
Now,
I never said that at all, or even thought that. Just letting y'all know.
I do want to say this. Yes, I know that when she was up on Tony Dodge's channel and she was being pressed by Ryan Upchurch, she was very timid. Now, as a sergeant first class in the United States Army, that's one of the most sternest ranks there is. And I'll give you an example. So if you remember the movie Full Metal Jacket,
Love that
right?
movie.
The
Love
drill
it.
sergeant in the movie, he was an E7. About 90% of your E7s in the Army have that mentality. Tough as woodpeckers live. They don't take crap off of nobody. They're biting into you like a daggone junkyard dog. That's what most E7s are like. Not all E7s, but most E7s. Why? Because it takes an act of Congress to bust you. You just can't get an Article 15 and they take your rank like that. It actually has to go to Congress, and Congress has to vote on it if you get busted or not. That's why after the 90-day mark of you getting promoted to E7, and it's a running joke among all the E7s in the military, we'll tell you, oh, I'm just waiting for that 90 days. Because after 90 days, your rank is permanent, and they cannot take it from you. And you can just act a fool as long as you don't kill anybody or get a DUI or come up hot for a piss test. But other than that, you pretty much do what you want, and 9 times out of 10, you'll get away with it. Now, why is she so timid? I believe it has to do with her job that she does. She's an office worker. She's not a combat soldier. So when I hear people say, well, you think, being in the military, she can shoot a gun. She's been to combat. Just because she's been to Iraq or Afghanistan don't mean she's actually been in combat.
Right.
There's a big difference.
Right.
Yes, she was in a combat zone, but she wasn't out pulling triggers every day. She wasn't out going out on combat missions. Most likely she was up in the battalion or brigade top, sitting at a computer screen, drinking daggone ice cold Cokes or falafels, depending on where she was, living the good life. So you got to take that in consideration. And I'm not saying because she's a female. Right. I'm just saying because of the job that she does.
Right.
She's not going to have that I'm going to bite your head off attitude. So.
Makes sense.
Ms. Xanamayx, thank you for your military service. Everything that you said about your military career, what I've seen so far is 100% correct. However, I could be mistaken on this. I don't know how true it, but I'm pretty sure, and I have to find the video, and I think it was on a Tony Dodge's video. Someone questioned her about her military service. She said, I served 10 years on active duty as a sergeant, as an E7. And she goes, I'm in the National Guard. I got 1 more year to retirement. Now, I don't know if she was applying that while she was on active duty, she made the rank of E7, but she didn't. She only made the rank of E5. She's actually E5 promotable, meaning she's been to the promotion board. She's been to the schooling. She's just waiting to make the cutoff scores. Now, what I personally believe, and I don't know, but I'd have to ask her, is that the reason why she went from active duty after 11 years and went into the National Guard is because she only had 1 more year of eligibility as an E5. So if she didn't make the cutoff score, they were going to QMP her, meaning put her out. So most likely what happened, from my experience, now I don't know if this is true or not, but from my experience, when soldiers are close to their RCP date, they will transition from active duty to the National Guard so they can make the rank and they can keep their retirement once they hit their 20-year mark. Because of the MOS that she's in, she probably already talked to the National Guard recruiter when it was come time for her to exit the active duty status, and probably said, okay, what unit can I go to make E6? Because it's based off if they're a shortage MOS, meaning they don't have many of her positions, she can be put into that position and she can be promoted like that if she meets the requirements. which she did. She was promotable. I mean, she went to the board. She'd been to the daggone, the first professional non-commissioned officers course, and she's just waiting to make the cutoff. Now, the National Guard, they promote differently from regular Army. Regular Army has cutoff scores. National Guards is based off the job position. For an example, if you are an E5 and you get put into, because you can work 2 up or 1 down, meaning you can work 2 positions up from your pay grade, or you can work 1 position down from your pay grade. Because she was an E5, and if they have an E7 slot, she can do that and get promoted like that, because she's working in an E7 slot, if that makes any sense.
It does.
Now, most likely what happened was, if I were to be a gambling man, and I've been known to go to the casino every now and then, she probably most likely got off of active duty, went into the National Guard in the state of California, went to her unit, and probably within the first 3 months, she made Staff Sergeant, which is E6. And once she made her E6, she most likely pursued her career for her master's degree. And that's where you see that 2 years and 8 months of active duty as a guardsman.
Right.
From 2016 to 2019. Because once she came off of those federal orders, she made E7. So from that time that she got out in 2014, then she went straight into the Guard. Most likely when she got out. All right, so she got out September 1st, 2014. And then she went into the Guard September 2nd, 2014, the very next day. And then she went on a 2-year, 8-month active duty status starting July 18th, 2016. So most likely she was already guaranteed an E6 when she went into the master's program. And that's a 2-year program where all you do is just go to school. And they will pay you active duty pay, so you don't have to worry about getting a job. Because as a National Guardman, they still have to go get a civilian job. Because as an E6 in the Guard back then, she was probably making about $300 a month for 1 weekend a month, and then 2 weeks out of the year. Because they basically take your base pay, divide it by 30, and whatever that is, that's how much you get paid each day that you serve as a guardsman. Now, when she serves her 2 weeks out of the year, her paycheck's more, because she'll get half of what her base pay is. That's most likely going to probably be about, as a staff sergeant back then, around $3,200. So you take half of that, she would make $1,600 in 2 weeks versus $300 for 1 weekend. So she did that for 2 years and 8 months. So she was in her master's program. And then she went to 2 other military schools, looks like. In 2020. So the dates all line up. There's nothing fishy about it. I checked, rechecked, checked, and confirmed. She is a Sergeant First Class in the United States Army National Guard in the state of California.
Salute.
She has 4 honorable DD-214s. And she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And she has 14 different ribbons on her uniform. So, Ms. Xanamayx, once again, thank you for your military service. I said, if she's in there and I put the wrong name in there, I'll be the first one to thank her for her service. Because I never once said that she was a stolen valor. A lot of people did. And I do want to clarify something. Is that the real Xanamayx? If that's the real Xanamayx, if you'd like to come up and talk, I do have some questions for you, just to make sure that I'm not putting any bad information out. But if that's the real Xanamayx, click on that link and only her. I will be respectful. I'm not going to call you names or anything like that. That's not my style. But I do want to clarify something. So, and I'm not beating anybody up. I don't want anybody to think that I'm going after anybody, okay? But I believe in knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the more power you have.
Facts.
Okay? I was watching Captain Kirk one day, and y'all know who Captain Kirk Reacts is. He does those live streams with Ryan Upchurch on the true crime stuff. Somebody had told them she became a citizen as soon as she joined the military. And he's like, well, that don't seem right. How you can just join the military and become a citizen. No, that's not how it works. In order, yes, if you join the military and you're not a natural born citizen, you can get your citizenship to this state, to this country, after your first honorable contract, meaning you have to sign up most likely for 4 years, complete that 4 years, and it be considered honorable, meaning you didn't get
That makes more sense. Thank you.
any UCMJs, you didn't get in trouble, you didn't get any Article 15s, you didn't lose any rank. That's considered an honorable contract. Once you have that first honorable contract, then you are eligible to apply for U.S. citizenship. And 9 times out of 10, if you pass the background check, you will be awarded your U.S. citizenship. But you can't be dual citizen. You have to be full United States citizen. Now, let me clarify the second thing. When I was on Perplex's video on Sunday, I said what threw up the red flag for me about her going to Ukraine this year, because it was considered a hot zone. And I said, I know for a fact of 3 staff sergeants, E6s, that pretty much did the same thing, and they got chaptered out of the Army. Here's the difference. And I just learned this yesterday, because I checked into it even more, and I started asking questions. Because Xanamayx is a National Guardsman, they do not follow underneath the same guidelines when it comes to military leave as active duty soldiers. Because the 3 staff sergeants I was talking about, they were full-time Army. In order for them to leave the continental United States, they had to get their leave paperwork signed by a 2-star general. Because she is considered a civilian, except for 1 week in a month and 2 weeks out of the year, she can come and go as she please, as long as she makes her drill dates. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So for her to leave the country to go over to Germany to help bring her family back, yes, it happened.
Yep. As I already said, thank you so much for your service, Xanamayx. Truly, genuinely, I appreciate it. Now, this is Upchurch explains why he thought Kiely Rodni was fake and now no longer believes that. Credit to Zav Girl for posting this. Check out her channel. She's awesome.
Because a lot of the stuff we go over in these long lives gets lost. And, you know, people don't have time to watch the whole live, only have time to watch some of them, which I totally understand. They're really long lives. So if you're not there in the moment, you may not ever see it, right? So I think it's really important. There's a lot of things that come up that are really important. So I think this is one of them, because he explains why he thought she didn't, and it basically admits that he was wrong and she does exist. So I think it's important for everybody to hear, and for everybody still accusing him of him saying that she doesn't exist to just clear it up because it's not true. And you could hear what he says. Well, the reason why I thought of it is when I was watching that Popcorn Planet video with Xanamayx, he said, can somebody please send me where he admits that she exists? Because I guess somebody had said in the chat, like, no, Ryan said she exists. And he's like, well, just somebody show me. I've never seen it. Like, he's basically saying that it never happened. He never said she existed. And that was like the big thing why he could not respect Ryan and why he had this issue with Ryan is because he said, because Ryan won't admit that she exists. And he was almost like doubting that there is a video where he says it. So if you guys could somehow help me get it to that Popcorn Planet guy, I don't even know why I care, but I just want to show him because he did say, hey, if anybody could show me where he says it, you know, I'll change my mind or I'll apologize or not apologize. I forget what words he used, but basically he would change the way he thought about Ryan. So I just thought it was important to show because he does say that here and he explains why he originally thought she didn't exist and now he does think she exists and he does think that was her. So I do think it's really important for those people that didn't get to see this. Here it is.
Now, I want to be the first to say this on Zab's page because everybody's going to go, oh my God, oh my God. I did think the little girl was fake. Do you know why I thought the little girl was fake? Because people who were making the little girl fake were the ones that we were taught, that I personally was talking to. What do you want to do to the main guy who's on the right track? You want to make him look like he's on drugs, he's crazy. Well, someone somewhere took these real pictures of Kiely Rodni, who does exist. I want to say that on Zab's page, does exist.
Thank you.
I thought she did not exist. Here's why. When someone's taking real pictures of a person and editing the real picture to make the real picture look fake, you're going to make people say, oh, she's fake. Go back and look at Check It's videos. Look at the title of the video 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8 days ago is when I first started saying that. Look at his title, Kiely Rodni, real or fake? Well, if you live there and you know that she's real, why are you insinuating she's fake?
I think he just jumped on the bandwagon for clout.
Let's see.
If that's the case, I do understand that 100%. He could have been doing that, but is this the only thing he's jumped on since August 11th, 2016 to get that?
No, I mean, you're exactly right. I just don't know whether or not he just started just now or if he, you know.
So what, Ryan, what do you think then? Okay, so you think she's real. So do you think she was the one found in the car, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, this is my conclusion. A woman that called in on Popcorn Planet interview with Xanamayx said it perfectly. Is exactly how I feel.
I mean, I watched this entire rap show go down because that's really what it was. And it truly seemed as though there was animosity, not animosity, but maybe dislike towards Ryan in the beginning in that very first encounter. And I think that's what sparked the whole thing. I think he was picking up on some of it. And then you started picking up on some of it. And it ended up just being a knockdown drag out, which Ryan's the king at. So bad choice to get into it with him. But at the same time, I think that triggered you to be really defensive. And I think that's where this is coming from. It's not that you're lying necessarily. It's just you're trying to be defensive toward yourself, rightfully so. People are coming at you. And in that is almost being defensive to the point where when you should back down, you didn't. Whenever he was obviously trying to get you to say, oh, Ryan didn't say I killed my dog, but he heavily implied it. And if you would have just said that, I was just say that, you know, because it was heavily implied, but he didn't directly say that. And I was just waiting for you to say it. It's no.
And you're right. You're right. I was literally looking for this word in my brain, and I've been under pressure and then have to deal with a lot of people in the chat and then try to read the chat. And and I just could not say it at the time.
Yeah.
But yes, I was wrong on the situation, and I meant to say implied, not actually said.
Right.
Good for you, Xanamay. I'm glad you admitted that.
And I think it's just all blown up from there. And like in not backing down in that moment, that's what triggered all of the like, she did this. And just to throw it out there, I think both of you are wrong. I think it was a tragic accident. I mean, it's a 16-year-old girl that made a decision to drive home really late at night. It's dark out there at the lake. You know what I mean? And you could easily, drunk or not, take a wrong turn and end up in the lake. And I think it's tragic and it's awful. But it's time to let her parents grieve.
Yes.
And it's time to let all of it just kind of fade until we get that autopsy back and figure out if she had water in her lungs or not. Because that's the end all be all. If she had water in her lungs, there it is. If she didn't, that's when we need to start investigating. But it's time to let the parents grieve.
Yes. She said it. I couldn't have worded it more perfectly. So thank you, Miss Abby, I believe was her name, who said that brilliantly. I agree with everything she said. And most importantly of all, rest in peace, Kiely Rodni. It's a terrible thing that happened. And also, I have to say prayers to all of her loved ones. I can't imagine, and I think everybody needs to shut up about it, everybody, until November 1st, when the authorities tell us what the autopsy report says, and then go from there. So that's what I got for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope this cleared some things up for some people. I know it's a long video, but it was a lot of stuff I had to dig through and pull up to try to explain everything that's gone on over the course of the last almost 2 months. And I hope we all learned something from this entire situation. And I do want to say, I do think Upchurch had good intentions with the Kiely Rodni case, and I do think he regrets saying that she was fake. And he did, as y'all saw, admit that he no longer believes that. He believes she was real and all that stuff. So, yeah. Y'all, let me know in the comments y'all's thoughts. Be real, but please be respectful. Remember what this whole thing is really about, and that's the loss of a 16-year-old girl, Kiely Rodni, and her grieving parents and family and loved ones. And I think all that kind of got lost through all this BS drama, and that's sad. And maybe, hopefully, I pray that everybody can learn from this. I know I've learned from it, and I hope everybody else can as well. And so, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments y'all's thoughts. Again, please be real, but please keep it respectful. Please like this video on your way out, a lot more important than you think. And please subscribe to my channel, y'all. Alright, y'all. AprilGSquad. Fist bump. Love y'all. I'm doing the fist bump at the end because we ended it on a kind of bittersweet note, because it was positive that Ryan admitted that she is real and, you know, he don't believe she's fake. Xanamay is in the military, did serve in the military, is still active in the military. And what the woman said at the very end was brilliant. And then the bitter part of it is obviously the loss of Kiely Rodni. So, yeah. Alright, y'all. See y'all in just a little bit. Peace out.